welcome to yet another episode Nati Kwanalagu Vooka Breakfast Show. And you're still here with me, the host with the most, Afri Berry, also known as Miss Berry Blaze. But to the darker the berry, the sweeter the don't. Namhlanje kuyashisanyana kodwa kuthanda ukuba kusika kakhulu. Kodwa ungawari sikuphathela izinto ezi-fresh khona la kuVooka Breakfast Show. And yes, of course, I am not traveling alone. I'm also here with my beautiful and amazing co-host.
Oh yes, it's a great and glorious morning. Of course, it's Friday, and you are tuned in to #Vooka Breakfast Show. We are going to get your weekend started. My name is Tisika Mazibugo Shabalala, and you are live with us. We are going to take you on a ride all the way to your weekend, making it fun and amazing for you. So stay tuned so we can keep going. And so we are about to go over to our brother Umweketi Maimane. Mo, how are you?
Very good morning, sisters, my beautiful sisters right there. By the way, you look beautiful, and it is a Good Friday. What I'm about to do now is to ask you guys, how are you doing this morning, man?
Me, I'm doing okay. Like, people need to understand that today, Friday Charlie, aka also known as KFC.
Oh yes, TGIF, guys. I am energetic, I'm vibrant, I am ready for the weekend. Are you?
Yeah, definitely, man. Speaking of Friday, we know that we get up to a lot of things, especially preparing for the weekend. A lot of people have, some plans planned up for the weekend. And also I'm here, planning something with my family and friends, because you know that a weekend is not a weekend without any plans just to fulfill it. So, interesting thing behind me is what we call Sun City. History was made in 1972 when Sun City Resort was opened in Northwest. It's home to the Valley of the Waves. We've seen the Valley of the Waves on our social media platforms where people go there to have fun with their families, especially in summertime. So in summertime, you should get that, journal where you plan for your week, weekly holidays. So ladies, can I ask if you have ever been to the Sun City Resort?
Yes, I have been to Sun City.
Tell me about the experience.
It was amazing. I have friends who work inside Sun City, a family who work inside Sun City. So I got a lot of free stuff. I had free access to some places that you would normally have to pay for. Valley of the Waves is always a favorite. Love the waves, love the experience there because you feel like you are at the beach, but you're not. And of course, there is the palace. There are game drives. There's so much to explore. There's the casino. There is so much to explore inside Sun City. There's transport inside Sun City, so that's how big it is. Whenever you want to go anywhere inside there, you can get a shuttle that transports you around. So it was an all-round royal experience. It really does look like a place that is made for dreams. So you, Berry?
I actually haven't been there, actually. It's like also one of my headlines. Oh my gosh. I just come to realize that every time we actually do picture of the day, it exposes how much I haven't actually traveled.
You need to get out there, guys, along with Berry. Take her with you, guys.
Yes.
Make a bucket list
I'm
of
free this weekend.
left destinations that you would like to go to, because Mzansi is a beautiful country and we have beautiful places that you can go and visit. So Mo, tell us a little bit more about Sun City. What are the facts and beautiful things that we can get up to when we go and visit there?
Yeah, definitely. Before I go into that, I just want to tell the viewers at home that it's just sprawled alongside Pilanesberg National Park. It's just a 2-hour landlocked drive. So get yourself that drive, man, because there are a lot of things that you can find. Because one of the beautiful things is the casinos found in there. The experience that you can get in the resort is something that is so splendid. And obviously, it's family friendly. You can take your friends and your family right there. So definitely, man, I wish I was UTC, man, when you went there, so that we can just go and have some good time. What is the weekend without a good time? But I'm just going to leave it there, and ladies, and just head it back to you there and tell us, what do we have for today's Friday Friday, man. I mean, we're preparing for the weekend.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, just to get you over the Friday weekend or the weekend and get you always jam-packed with so many different things, today we have the Automotive Show where we're talking about everything machine and muscles for you guys. And after that, we'll be followed by the Friday mood. Obviously, we're discussing about the different things you do just to get your Friday going. And not forgetting the gig guide, where to go. Keep up.
Don't forget your everyday favorites, word of the day, today in history, your news and your traffic. And also we are going to have your sports blog with Mweketi My Money, who will give you all the games that will be going on this weekend, as well as we are going to have an inspired fashion blog. Stay tuned for that one. Don't forget to send us your outfit of the day. How are you looking this Friday? Hashtag outfit of the day, hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Stay tuned as we are about to go to your news. Don't go anywhere.
A very good morning, Mzansi. Once again, my name is Mweketi Maiman, and these are your first morning national headlines. On the first one, you have Mozambican fugitive arrested in Sandton. Nelson Simiao Masango was one of more than 1,500 prisoners who escaped from a maximum security prison in Maputo last year during post-election unrest. Reports say he was convicted of a murder in 2015 and sentenced to 20 years behind bars. Masango was arrested at a car hire dealership in Sandton. He is being investigated for several cases of car theft in Gauteng. It's alleged that he rented 4x4 bakkies and smuggled them into Mozambique to have them sold. On a second headline, parties reject the 2025 budget speech and they vow to challenge it in Parliament. Despite heated debates over proposed 2 percentage point VAT hike, the minister has taken more measured approach, settling on a 0.5% point increase set to take effect on the 1st of May. Many political parties have rejected the proposed VAT increase and some are vowing to challenge it through parliamentary processes. In a bold move, the budget allocates substantial funding to infrastructure projects over the next 3 years, but leaves state-owned enterprises with any additional support. Meanwhile, the country's debt crisis persists, while the government spending over 400 billion rand just to service debt, projected to hit 5.69 trillion rand this year. This means South Africans will spend more on debt than on vital sectors like the health, education, and other key sectors of the economy. The budget has sparked mixed reaction. Some find it overwhelming and uninspiring, while others see it as a necessary step forward. While the ANC has welcomed the budget, its main partner in the GNU, the Democratic Alliance, opposes the VAT hike, but says there's still room for negotiation. On the last headline, Palm Ridge Court under scrutiny for alleged corruption, poor service delivery. The Palm Ridge Magistrates Court is under scrutiny for allegation of corruption and poor service delivery. The residents have laid complaints of corruption against the court. This has led Justice and Constitutional Development Minister Mamoloko Kubai to visit the court Thursday morning. I found it important to be here with the Deputy Minister to engage with the leadership of the court and to understand what is going on. This is the place where people must find justice, not to seek justice somewhere against justice, she said. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more sports news updates and analysis throughout the show. Do not forget to share your thoughts on these matches with us on social media using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. My name is Mweketi Maimane. Now let's get you prepped with your weather and traffic update with TC Mazibuko.
This is your first traffic update. There is a stationary vehicle on the N3 northbound just after the Motorfontein Road on-ramp from the Motorfontein Road R25. The emergency lane is closed. There is a stationary vehicle in the Naturena area, the N1 on the N1 northbound western bypass at the on-ramp from Maroka bypass. The emergency lane in that area is also closed. There is also a multi-vehicle collision on the M1 southbound in Johannesburg just before the Greyston Drive off-ramp. Expect major delays and consider using alternate routes. The emergency lane is also closed in this area. Heavy congestion on the the R24 westbound approaching the Barber Road on-ramp due to the construction work near OR Tambo Airport. The emergency lane is remains open. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more updates throughout the show. Use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show to engage with us throughout our social media platforms. My name is TC Mazibuko Shabalala, and now let's get you prepped for an epic morning show.
Well, yeah, shopping blossom memory. Yes. Wow.
Hey family.
Hi, my name is Tisiga Mazibuko Shabalala.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
My name is Musi Mist.
My name is Ketua Ketumguni
On the Vooka
Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various experts from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blink-On Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
All right, 20 minutes past 7, it is the time, and you are tuned into Vooka Breakfast Show. My name is Muketi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature, the son of Mother Nature. Of course, speaking of nature, man, the sun is starting to come out. So keep updated with the latest weather as we are going to give you more updates. So what I want you to do right now is to definitely share the live and let other people know that we are live and alive. It's a beautiful Friday, and you know that Friday is just into the weekend, the beginning of a weekend. Of course, man, we need to get those energies up and high because you know what? It is your energetic start of the day. Located in the heart of Johannesburg, it's Soweto, Dobsonville, where we are broadcasting live. So the hashtag to use is a hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. If you want to give your township a shout out, do make sure that you use the hashtag and say hashtag I am in Meadowlands, hashtag I am in Snake Park. We will definitely do that just to give Ikasi recognition that it needs. Obviously, when we began the show, I started with your news headline. So do make sure that you stay tuned as sports news are going to come on the top of the hour. So with me here, I have two beautiful ladies joining me in the studio. Good morning, ladies, and happy Friday to you. How are you once again?
Good morning, Mo, and happy Friday to you too. And happy Friday to all the listeners and the beautiful and amazing people also watching us from their houses. If you're at work, I hope you feel right. If you're at home, girl, don't forget to clean that room.
Yes, definitely, Berry. I am on a high. I'm ready to take you on a journey into your weekend with the lineup that we have for you today. And of course, I'm feeling amazing because I am in studio with my amazing colleagues here at the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. And we are ready for you. Get your energies going and give us some of that engagement on our social media platforms so we can feed off each other's energy and we can get your opinion and feedback about the show that we have prepared for you today.
Definitely. We are going to have a very jam-packed show. I can see we already have comments right there, and
nice.
I am seeing people by Vooka. People are actually waking up. Just hit me with the hashtag Sivugile just to confirm on the registration. You know that every day when we go somewhere, guys, we definitely have a registration in front of us. So our register will be our comment section. Just confirm with me right there and say hashtag Sivugile Mo, TC, and Afriberry. And we can't wait to have an epic day with you because now we are about to get the Friday mood going. So, Tembimni on YouTube. And a very good morning, team. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Sivugile Rise and Shine. Oh, I love it. That's what we do right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Definitely. And then Tembimni Yabuya Futi. It is a good shiny Friday. Thanks for that. Let's keep it shining. Let's keep the momentum going because without the momentum, without the spirit of a morning show, what is it that you are going to do for the rest of the day? So we are here to prepare you, man. It's still in the morning, 24 minutes past 7. It is my time right here. So before I get into my topical discussion, ladies, do you have anything planned up for the weekend, man?
Not really, hey.
Your weekends are always boring.
Why you say my weekends are always boring?
That's so
my
boring.
weekends are not always boring. I always take the weekend to, you know what, have some fun, sometimes relax, reconnect with the fam, reconnect with some friends, do some cleaning, do some recalibration so that I can come back on Monday and be with you guys. I mean, hello. I'm jivey, guys. Jive. Groove is not for me, guys.
Yeah.
Groove is not for me. But sometimes in, that odd moment, I do like to have a good time, go out and perhaps to a concert or go watch some live music or go somewhere where there's a crowd and some people. Yeah. But it doesn't necessarily have to be groove. Groove culture is not for all of us.
First of all, that's the type of groove I was referring to because, well, you are TC.
Really? There we go.
Because me, I know, you could.
You never know, girl. Do not rule me out. You could. In my day, you could.
You see, in your day, your days are gone.
They're not gone. They're just different.
TC, your days are gone.
Different things now.
TC, your days are gone, man. Let's be honest. Ain't like I'm gonna find you dropping like a towel, maybe twerking, I don't know, somewhere on top of the table. Girl, girl, bye.
sounds like you guys are going to have a very epic weekend here.
It's
Or
going
I'm
to
missing
be amazing.
something.
No, it's
No,
going to be
yeah,
amazing.
no.
Either way, whether it's at home
Yeah.
or at the Groove or at some or other event, man, it's always epic when I am in the
But how do you
picture.
make the space interesting when you are indoors? Like what is it? What's the first thing that you're gonna do? Let me say, it's a Saturday morning, and you
Morning.
plan. Yeah, it's a Saturday morning. You planning, for the day, and there's nothing planned up. What is it that you can do just to to stay indoors and stay, like your day becomes as normal, as exciting as other days? What is it that you can do, Nje?
What do you mean? What is it that
Are
I
you
can
an
do?
indoor person or an outdoor?
I told you before that I'm both. It depends what mood I'm in. Sometimes I'm in the mood to be outside. Sometimes I'm in the mood to be indoors. So
I'd
it
say the
depends where the
gating.
mood takes me. Sorry?
Today's
Ngaphandle
mood.
gating.
Standing there by the gate. Hello, Makelwane.
Jesus.
Wave to my neighbor, Makelwane.
I don't know we still do that in Soweto, but it's a good thing that there are still people like Abo Hello Maki. We just mind our own business.
No, Mo, there's a difference. She lives on the outskirts of Soweto, so she still does it.
In the safari.
You know what? That's the fun part, okay, Mo? I can see animals when I just look outside my, livestock. Nje.
Uma, kuwa ka dikgomo tsa molomo le o dulang ko corner-eng wele.
You mean cows
Yes.
and goats?
Oksala, those are livestock. Is that not livestock, Mo?
It is livestock,
Exactly
but
my point, brother.
obviously it's being taken for a walk.
It's being taken for a walk.
Yeah, they take cows and
but they're
heads
making
for a
my
walk.
day just that much more brighter just by walking past Moo. Me watching my lobola going past signs from the universe.
Oh, very good, man. Very good to hear. But if you're watching right now, what is it that you're getting up to, man, this Friday? And what is it that you're doing to prepare yourself for a very epic weekend you are going to have? Whether it's your friends, your family, your partner. It is something that you need to write it down and tell us, man, what are you? Because we also have a gig guide that we're going to share with you. If you have any plans, okay, continue with your plans. But if you do not have any plans, just let them know that there is a gig guide that we're going to share with you right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. So, when we began the show, we read our news headlines, and obviously there are some sub-headings that interest us, so that we can just get into a discussion, get you also into a discussion, and just get to know what is your opinion with this subject. So, parties reject the 2025 budget speech and they vow to challenge it in Parliament. As we know that in Wednesday, the budget speech took place where Finance Minister Inoko Godongwana spoke to the nation about the budget allocation that is going to take place and how they are planning, for an inclusive and inclining growth, economy growth in the next years. So it is something that we are going to be looking at. But right now, what I want to do, I am going to play a short clip from DA leader John Steenhuisen. So I just hope my technicals are ready for me right there. So obviously, when we're speaking of the parties rejecting, EFF has warned that it will challenge the budget speech in 2025. We saw a clip from Julius Malema. But before I get into that, ladies, I just want to ask you that, did you watch the budget speech? Just give me a yes or a no.
I don't have a TV.
Okay. TC?
I read it, yes.
You read it?
Yes.
So what it is that you picked up, a little bit of something that you picked up that you can say, you know what, I am not happy or I am happy with what they said.
But there's a lot that is in there that a lot of people are not happy about. Of course, for me, that 0.5 percent point increase in the VAT is going to be an accounting nightmare for anyone who is going to be doing books. So for that still for me makes no sense because instead of raising VAT, there's other ways in which we can cover that money that would be needed for that. And I see that syntax as well has gone up. but I guess that was expected because mostly that's maybe it will decrease the amount of alcoholism y'all have on the weekend. We have on the weekends because
Thank you for changing your statement.
Yeah, instead of saying y'all, I said we have. On the weekends because we know that. Most of the accidents that happen is due to people drunk driving. So at least perhaps maybe with sin tax going up, we might have less people, indulging or overindulging in alcohol.
Yeah, 0.5, okay.
In all honesty, I think with the sin tax, that's a mission impossible. They've been increasing it in stage. We get more drunk. But anyway, South Africa is actually one of the countries that has, in terms of Africa, we're like one of the leading countries who has like an alcohol problem. So that'll take a while. And when you take a look at some of the things that have also increased, like money for the SANDF, that has also increased. That's a good one. And then in terms of health, I feel like it needs to have like a very, very strong eye on it, that one. Because we're seeing so many infrastructures that are still not even fixed, yet the health department keeps on getting an increase. And whenever you go to the hospital, they'll tell you, we don't have this. So why do they keep on getting increases if they're always running out of meds? Where is the rest of the money going to?
Well, I mean, they did say that they're going to get more frontline workers, so perhaps it's going towards salaries and creating more employment, which will then perhaps combat our unemployment rate. That can be an opportunity for growth, but it all depends on, is that money going to be used specifically for that? And we still have to face the issue of corruption when it comes to funds, government funds. So that main issue needs to be dealt with when we are going to be looking at all these increases and opportunities for growth that our country can look at with this budget speech.
Yeah, definitely. So the minister announced that a 0.5 increase it is going to take place, and then next year, which is 2026, around April, another 0.5 is going to be allocated, and the total VAT will make it 16%. But now the finance minister said this is in the benefit of making sure that the economy grows well, but the citizens and the other political parties, they see it as different, as now that people are, the citizens' disposable income is being taken away from the citizens of South Africa. So it is something that we are looking at. So EFF has warned that they will challenge the budget speech. Additionally, they have also warned that they are not afraid to challenge it. Members of the parliament have the power to not only reject the budget, but to amend it. It is time for opposition parties to unite and amend the proposed budget for the first time in our democracy. Parliamentarians have the power to reject a VAT increase and a develop job and growth budget. So what I want to do right now is to play an audio and just hear what the leader of DA, John Steenhuisen, had to say with the remarks and his views about the parliamentary budget speech. So let me just play the clip, and then after playing the clip, I am going to play the audio clip, and then I'm going to play a video clip for you.
Yeah. What was the tone in the room, in the cabinet meeting?
I cannot talk about what's happened in the cabinet room. That is bound by cabinet confidentiality. So I cannot get any background on that. What I can, however, say is that the Democratic Alliance will not be supporting the budget in its current form, and therefore the budget being tabled today does not have a parliamentary majority. We obviously put on the table a number of our requirements to stimulate growth and jobs, and to move beyond just tax and spend, and those have not been acceded to. We obviously remain open to further discussions before these budget instruments are voted on in Parliament in the coming months. But as the budget sits today, we are not able to support it in its current form.
But it will be tabled.
I've no doubt it will be tabled, but tabling a budget that doesn't have a majority, I don't know what the consequences of that are. But these are consequences that the finance minister and others will have to bear.
Definitely. Those were the remarks and the words of John Steenhuisen, about what he thinks about the budget speech that was given by the Finance Minister, Enoch Godongwana. So a lot of things were said, and a lot of parties are actually opposing what the minister has proposed. But now, when is this fight going to end, and how is it going to be tackled among these parties? We know that in the GNU, what we call working together is something that is proposed, is something that is being put into the table, that the government of national unity should come in harmony, in peace, discuss ways of making South Africa a better country. But when we see a party, that is leading with the ruling party, which is the ANC, they are opposing what the ANC is proposing to the table. It's a really, really huge problem. But now, what I want to read here on my screen is some of the refusals, what the DA has mentioned. So, John Steenhuisen said, "Good afternoon, South Africa. The DA will not support the budget in its current form, and they will continue to fight the economic growth and jobs." While Steenhuisen could not reveal what had been discussed ahead of the speech, but he did confirm that his party has opted against it and to support it. He said, "I cannot talk about what has happened in the cabinet room, and that is bound by cabinet confidentiality." So he cannot give any background on that. So you can tell me what you think about that when it comes to giving your views and your highlights when it comes to the budget speech. Hashtag to use is hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So what we're going to do right now is to take a short break, and then when we come back, we are getting those Friday juices back up, right? What I'm going to do right now is to read a comment from YouTube, which is from Mbalimni. Good morning, team. Hashtag Sivugile at Boxback. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. As I mentioned, you can name where you are from. So Mbalimni has started the hashtag. Hashtag, where are you from, ladies?
Hashtag Tepiso, hashtag Middlelands, hashtag Soweto, hashtag Johannesburg.
Definitely. Keep those hashtags coming, man. Keep those hashtags coming. But now, let us take a short break because we have just, read news that are some kind of, a little bit disappointing, if I can put it like that. But for some people, they are happy with what the minister has proposed. But let us take a short break, and then after the break, let's get those energies rising. All right, that was your weather update. I hope you are getting prepared for your best morning. Right here, you are watching the Vooka Breakfast Show. My name is Moketi Maimane, and I am with the two beautiful ladies right here joining me in the studio as we are starting off our morning with a very high. We are preparing for the weekend, and we are in a Friday. So definitely we should get those juices going up, man. Ladies, are you still good, man? Are you ready to have a very epic show today?
Oh, yes, definitely, Mo. I am so ready for you. I am
Aye, boo.
ready for you.
Definitely.
She is so ready for you.
Question is, are you ready for me right there at home? Because it's going to get a bananas. Yeah, so obviously we know that for a weekend, we need something that can give us a good start, right? It is a morning. It is a very good morning right here. So what I'm going to do is to play a game with the ladies. It's called an icebreaker game. So what you can do is you can participate as well as you are watching and listening. Right? So what I'm going to do right now is to go through the questions that I have for you, ladies. So please, there's no I don't know. There's no I don't know which one I can choose. You know, it's what we call icebreaking question. Confused. Yeah, you can say you're confused. But now I'm not going to give you that advantage of being confused for a long time. Right? So the first question is, just to break the ice, man. What kitchen utensils would you be?
What kitchen utensil would I be?
Yes, ma'am. And why?
A spoon.
Because you love cuddling.
I will scoop you up. I'm a spoon.
Okay.
I would be a spoon because you can put me in your mouth.
Yes.
You can scoop things out with me. And I don't know. It just reminds me of cuddling. Yeah, like Barry said. I love to spoon, so spoon.
Okay. TC would like to be a spoon, Afri?
I'll probably be a knife because
knew
I
it.
sometimes like to cut things straight to the point.
Yes.
Definitely. And what
utensil would you be?
I would like to be a fork, man. Because I can't keep, well, not to hlaba, well, not to stab, ne, but one thing about a fork, guys, I love the whole concept of a fork because when you pick some of the things up, some of the things, they get left down. So whatever that I'm picking up, I'm going with it. Whatever that's left behind, I'm leaving it behind. I can't carry everything in my life and continue with it. So that's why I love the fork is whatever that you picked, continue to run with it. So the terminology for it, man, it is something that it is very wonderful. So the next question is, what word did you mispronounce as a child?
Narchi.
What word did I mispronounce as a child?
Yeah.
Can't remember. You?
I didn't have teeth, so I couldn't pronounce the R in Narchi.
I can't remember.
It was around that time when the Oros advert came in. Mango.
Nachi.
Yeah.
So what did you call it? It's Narchi, I guess.
Nati.
Oh.
Nati. Oh, that's so cute, man.
My
You know,
family
Afri
still loves
baby
it
says
right
Nati.
now. Nati. You see that part when that other person are going, oh my gosh, do you remember you have to? You said Nati. I'm like, ke godile no yan. Ke godile, stop it.
I can't remember, but all I can remember is that I used to mispronounce an old lady that used to look after me as a kid. My mom tells me that I used to mispronounce, but say this word, but it's a curse word, so I can't say it.
Yeah.
But you know when you guys teach children curse words, or when you curse in front of a child, and then suddenly they start to say it unexpectedly, that was me, and it was a constant. Apparently, I was saying it to everyone that I met. I thought it was a greeting.
You were a bad child, man.
No, a bad child. How? I didn't know that was a bad word.
Are you still using
that
it
old
today?
lady, that old lady said it in front of me. The lady that was looking after me. Sorry.
Are you still using it today?
Yeah,
Make
don't
me
even
mad.
argue.
F around and find out.
All right. Before I move to the next question, I have Mbalimni Are successful. That word was hard.
Successful. Wow.
Yeah, man. There's this other girl, man. I think she was trending on TikTok. I don't remember how she pronounced the word, but successful. Yeah, a lot of people said successful.
Yes,
Successful. I am successful, man. With everything that I do, I am I mean, when you are in an interview or doing a presentation, I know that mispronouncing words can make you lose your train of thought. Imagine you are pitching there. My name is Mbali and I am success. Let me leave, guys. I'll come back next year. Right? And then the next question, right, is why did your parents give you your name? I love this one.
Well, many of y'all don't know, but my... I won't say this name, but they gave me my name because my grandmother was at a very hard place with just literally accepting the fact that my mom got pregnant with me when she was 16.
Yeah.
So it was a way of her just saying, you know what, it is what it is, and I accept it. And apparently I looked like an Indian baby growing up. So my mom got a whooping. My grandma's like, oh, don't play lenka kai lukulale.
And then she was just
I was hairy as hell, bro. And I only started to realize after like my little brother who's 12 right now, after his birth and after I gave birth to my son, that's when I noticed that like as babies we hairy, bruh. And then sometimes we outgrow the hairiness, like the one on my back I outgrew it, but I still got some on my legs, my arms that still remain. But you know what, being a Harry Potter is a thing. It's a
Harry Potter.
Oh shit, Harry
But
Potter.
by Harry Potter
Okay. And
what
then
about you, TC?
Well, my parents gave me my name because they loved me. My mom, I was the first girl after 3 boys.
How tender.
Yeah. No, for real. I was the first girl after 3 boys. My mom had gone a long time because the age gap between my third born brother and I is like wide. It's 16 years. She literally had told herself she's no longer having kids. It's okay. She was done. And then she met my dad, and then it was like, oh, maybe I might get my little girl now. And then she got me. And then they gave me my name because I was meant to be the loved one.
yeah.
Yes. And I am the loved one because before I was born, my mom had a dream of me. She dreamt of herself, of an old lady in her dreams 3 times in a row in one night, helping her give birth to a little baby girl. So I am umntana wedlozi, guys. I am the definition of ingane. A fated child, because I was dreamt of before I came into this world. So and that is why I was named the loved one, because I am divinely loved by my ancestors and by my parents.
You're making us look like mistakes.
Hey,
I was planned, guys. I am a planned baby, me. My mom wanted me. She was
like we are-
craving me.
So just because my mom had me at 16, she didn't want me.
No, I never said she didn't want you, but I was planned for. I mean, not planned for as such, but it was a thing of she wanted a baby girl, and the universe was like, and the ancestors were like, well, we are going to give you one, and she's gonna be the black sheep of the family.
Well, I'm the only girl my mama ever got. At least you and your brother are 16 years apart. My second brother, I'm 17 years older than him. The last born 28 years. So imagine.
Hey.
28, full 28 years. I was 28. If I walk in the street with all 3 of them, you say, ooh, unabafana kuphela kanti.
Girl, bye.
But interesting, guys. The question still stands.
You never
I
answered
see.
your question.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm
no.
coming because there's also a comment here. Amara, mine is easy. But
Why?
before I come to mine, guys, there's a question right there. I can see, okay, since Elizabeth are hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Good morning, Afriberry, TC, and Mr. Mo. And Amavuga, Amashle. Wishing you all beautiful Friday.
Thank you, Zinzi. We love you you so
It is
much.
a beautiful Friday. I can see people are coming in. Good morning. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Oh my, it's a Friday from TK 1990.
Yes.
Hector Takalani. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Top of the morning. Happy Friday to y'all. Let's keep those hashtags coming, ladies and gentlemen, because it's going to be an epic show. But right now, we are breaking the ice. So, Mbalimni are... They gave me my name because I'm the beautiful flower that was born on a beautiful flower. Beautiful, man. Oh, but you asked me, Hore, why my parents gave me this name. Guys, it's simple.
You are adding on, eh? Adding value. You added value onto your family.
Blessings.
Money. Abundance.
Yo. What?
Ujile, you came to take of the inheritance, the abundance.
But my name came as I added to the boys in the family. You know, because obviously families want girls, you know, about
really?
I've had too much boys. Yeah. Sometimes when you have like more than 2 boys, you know, it's like, okay, the next one. Exactly. Yeah, boy, it's what happened with me because they wanted a girl child, but unfortunately, and I was stubborn. And I would never play for another team. I'm a man, you know, so I've added into the boys. So yeah, if you're still looking and watching at the question right now, you can answer, and I will read it right here. And then the next one is very controversial for me, but I hope you guys have something. What's an unpopular opinion you hold?
What's an unpopular opinion that okay, I'm gonna have to think on this one.
Okay.
They still think I'm lesbian.
Ooh.
No, because nobody in my street and anybody else in my family can literally point out my baby daddy. Only my grandmother, my mother, and my uncle know.
Ooh.
The rest can't even point him out. And I have so many male friends. Whenever they see me, and I have this nasty habit of tanzani and I kicking a safety boots, and I get an oversized t-shirt, and I chill in the corner.
Yes.
And then they only see me with my like lesbian friends, that they're like,
that's a man. That's a man.
I get it, because now it's even worse because I shave my head. So they're like, no, but when are you getting a boyfriend? I'm like, why are you so concerned? They're like, we've never seen you with a man or even hug him. And I'm like, but why are you guys so concerned?
Yeah, why are you concerned about Berry's love life?
It's not even that. Even my uncle, for the longest time, like since primary, the first time I wore a skirt, my uncle gave me 20 rand.
So your unpopular opinion is that you are not lesbian?
No, my unpopular opinion is that they still think that I am. They think that I literally have girlfriends instead of a boyfriend. I don't know. But anyway, keep it up. Keep it up, guys, and keep it up.
We're not Afri-Berry. For me, it's that energy has no gender. So there is no such like masculine, feminine. Energy is energy, and I exude energy within me, and that energy is universal. It has no gender. Hence my sexuality, pansexual, because when I meet someone, it's about the energy, right? And it's not about their gender. Yes.
Nice one. What is your unpopular opinion while you are watching right there? Before I answer, I have some comments coming in from Hector Takarani. My name was given to me because I brought happiness to both families, from the mother side to the father side, man.
Yes!
That's beautiful, man. Because you know, you are called to what you are going to be in the future. So, man, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
I love it.
They're not talking about you. Don't get too excited.
It's okay, but Akiri, when you know they've accepted you, and here at the Vooka Breakfast Show, guys, I have to tell you something. We have accepted Berry for who she is. Whoever whoever that person is, the crazy, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it,
Straight across.
we have accepted it. So her name is a testament of her. And for me, you guys love me. I'm the positivity dose of the day. I'm your prime cut creative. I am the energy you need to get your day
Yes.
started. Of course you're gonna love me. I am TC. So I am a testament and a living testimony of my name. I see it with the love I have here on the show, in my life, and everywhere that I go.
And
Yeah.
of course, we also love the fact that we also have Mo to make sure that we stay generational.
Value. He adds value to us,
We stay
guys. Wa
generational
eketsa.
and we always have that energy. Kareke generator.
Mo
Yeah.
eketsi. He's our mweketsi. He's
if
the-
umhlakasi wa tima mo o ka steamy mo.
Yes, he
Right?
adds the generator.
So ke na le koketso mathe. Bola from Dofire #Vooka Breakfast Show. Definitely.
1852, Baba. Sorry.
We love seeing that the people from Emakasana, Soweto are joining. Guys, we're not from Sentin. We see that we look beautiful, ne? And our studio is
Yes, oh my
beautiful.
God.
We're just around here. So my unpopular opinion that has sparked so many controversial statements towards my life is that love is a myth.
Love is a myth.
Yeah. Unpopular one.
Okay.
For
Oh, no,
me.
we know that he doesn't believe in love.
No,
But he
wait.
actually does.
No. Not to say I don't believe in love, but
You do,
I,
but
I
then-
believe in partnership and relationship, because those two, the relation, obviously, relationship comes, derives from the word relation. That means coming together and building something. So now love has been misused. So for so long, I believe that it is a myth, because what we meet for is for a greater goal that exceeds what we think love is. Because people have actually made love to feel like it's just a small thing that a lot of people can use and misuse anytime they want. So for me, I just believe in partnership. I believe in friendship. I believe in relationship.
Okay.
Yes, I know we need to have the love in it. But if you are going to have your own definition of what love is and I have my own and they clash, it's a very huge problem.
Okay.
But we know with relationship, we know what's a relationship. Partnership,
So basically, mutual goals are what makes love, meaning
Basically,
that
yes.
love in itself, on its own,
Yeah.
does not exist.
Definitely.
That's what I'm understanding.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
but I'm up for, being challenged, man.
Yeah.
Because we all
Vuma.
learn each and every day. We all learn each and every day.
Every
guys.
day we grow here on the
Yeah.
#Vooka Breakfast Show.
Definitely. And then Razilani Richidze, I was given a name, Richidze. I was given a name because I have to save my family from slavery.
Yes. Modern day slavery is a thing.
That's a legend.
And you know what?
Give that man a
Richidze.
bell.
Wow.
Save your family from slavery. Modern day slavery, man. Be that curse breaker. Be the generational curse breaker. Be the one that will bring in the generational wealth.
And then I have Hector Takalani at #born in Dofire and live in Dopsy. Shout out to you, Hector. Siyapakamisa lapho. Refilwe Rasekhanso. Now I was called Refilwe because I'm the only girl. My mom wanted a girl because she had 6 boys. So surprise, I came. That's why I'm called Refilwe. Beautiful. So moving on to our last question is, what a food you used to hate but now like? For me, I would say it was pumpkin, man.
Pumpkin.
Yeah, pumpkin and morogo, man. I used to hate those things. Yo, beetroot. I didn't want to see that thing.
I actually had a whole lot of beetroot when I was pregnant, to a point that I stayed the longest time because I eat. And they're like, no, you just gave birth. So you need to get You don't know how much I fought with my family just for me to stop eating that after pregnancy. Like, no, but just, I'm like, hey, Baba, this son took like 50% of my blood. He has blood, Baba. Don't tell me about beetroot. But no, he's gonna say, hey, I gave it. So, one a little more like gogola ulungana ba blende ba jeso ne kankane but o tlo ja una choice.
So you love morogo now?
Oh yes, ka o rata no ya no morogo.
TC?
What type special?
Marmite.
Mama,
I remember
think
eating
it's
Marmite for the
bad,
first
man.
time and I And but then, like, I love it now. I
Wait.
think that I
But
swear now.
how do you eat that thing, man? Like, what
On
is
toast.
it for? Because toast too.
toast.
Like dry. Okay,
You
it's
can-
toasted bread, and then you put Marmite
No,
on it.
you put
That thing's bad. It
butter
tastes
and
like
then
a
you.
car oil, man. Thing is bad.
I
man.
know, like I
How do
understand,
people- how do
but
human
I
beings
loved it.
consume
I
such
remember
things?
like tasting it for the first time. My one white friend, you know, in primary school, I was like visiting my one white friend, and the parent, one of their parents made us like Marmite sandwiches, and I'm like, what is this? And then I ate it, and I'm like, it was nasty. Just the texture,
But just like
taste
grease.
was, you know, a bit funny. But I remember eating it again at a different occasion, and then I was like, oh, this actually doesn't taste so bad. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, for me, as I mentioned, guys, beetroot, pumpkin, those things, like I used to hate them with my whole life. Because, you know, when you are given beetroot and what you call pumpkin in your plate, like I would nicely place them, call it side thing, and never touch them. If my rice, a little bit as pumpkin, the whole plate, I'm not gonna eat.
Nah, you're like
because
my
I feel like the
nephew,
whole thing
so
is
picky.
contaminated.
Picky eaters. I cannot stand picky eaters. I'm
Yeah,
just like,
and one
guys,
thing about beetroot, man, there's this comedian who once, I think it's Loiso Kola, you know, because beetroot likes to be the steering of the game. Why dye everything?
everything will be red.
No, man. That's why I
That's
hated
like my
that
uncle's
thing.
favorite. Like my uncle could make a bowl of beetroot, bruh. He will dish out half of it
Yeah.
and literally claim it for himself.
Nice.
That's what I'm beetroot.
Yeah, well,
and I'm
you
like,
see-
but there's other people in the house that are like, "Ke batla ho tseba, kya?" And I'm like, you don't even cook it. You're so lazy to cook it for yourself. And when it's
Healthy.
made, you want to overtake it out. Like, "Nah, taba, yeah, ke
I
malome,
love
yeah."
Everyberry's uncle, healthy guy. Healthy guy, beetroot.
Healthy guy way. Yeah, oh, healthy guy.
I remember when Mr. Shabalala Mantu Simang and
Shabalala
during
Mantu
they were
Mang.
telling people to eat beetroot.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
And then that's when people started making the song Shabalala, Mantu Much. Shabalala.
Mr. Leon Schuster made that movie, yeah. But I mean, she did. I mean, she was telling everybody to eat beetroot. So
Yeah, definitely. Tell us if you hate beetroot right there. But the question is, what's a food you used to hate but now like? So, Mbali are asleep. I don't know if you are answering the question of what's an unpopular opinion you hold, or but sleep, Mbali. So sleep is your unpopular opinion.
or
Interesting.
what? Maybe she liked sleep before. Now there's no sleep. Team no sleep because money don't sleep. I don't know. Maybe now she doesn't like.
We're not insomnia naturally. That's a pump up.
But yeah, those were the icebreaker question, and thank you so much for participating. And more is coming. And speaking of more, guys, is the question of the day that we have here. So the question that we will be asking throughout the day is, what the best thing you've got going on in your life at the moment?
Yes,
right now?
I love that question.
Right? Yeah, I think you have an answer.
No,
for
I
it.
don't.
What do you mean, man? Just tell
But
us
I
you
love-
just got a job
but I
as an
love-
attorney.
But I love that question
Yeah.
because gratitude breeds abundance, guys.
Yeah.
The more you see the good things in your life, and the more you recognize all the good things in your life, and you note them, you become abundant. Because now you realize how much you have to be grateful for, and how much you have to be happy about, right? So that's the positivity dose of the day, you know. Gratitude breeds abundance. But for me, come back to me. I'll have a good one
Yeah,
for you.
it is a question of the day, man, and you have the whole day, to stay here with us and answer the question. So I'm going to repeat the question, and the question is, what's the best thing you've got going on in your life at the moment? Maybe you just got a new job, you just bought a car, you just bought a house, you just got into a new relationship, man, or you just got out of a relationship, a toxic one, right? You just got a baby. So many things are happening each and every day in people's lives, and their lives, get to be transformed and live the best. So I just want to know from you right there, using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, by answering there in the comment section. section. I see. Thank you so much for being with us, guys. Stay tuned because we've got more coming. So what I'm going to do right now is to take a short break. After the break, we're getting straight into Today in History, word of the day, and what is trending right now on the social media platform. But now, before I go, TK 1990, I used to hate mushrooms, but now they're my favorite. Definitely,
Which
man.
shrooms
Thank
do you like?
Thank you.
Which ones? Please be specific because there's
Yeah.
so many shrooms. But yeah,
So many.
Magic.
so
And they
many.
all have a different
I mean, there's
effect.
reishi, there's this, there's
Magic
that.
mushrooms.
He used to hate mushrooms, but also mushrooms were a thing for me as well. I think that's also one for me. I used to find the texture weird, especially when they put it in like your omelet or your food. But then now I love mushrooms.
Yeah, now my first question was like, how can human being consume such things?
It's a fungi.
What are we? But yeah, let us take a short break and let us get you prepped with your weather update. And after, we continue. Nine minutes past the 8. It is a time, and you're still watching your best morning show, where we say it is your energetic start of the day. Located in the heart of Johannesburg is Dobsonville. Hashtag Dobsonville. That's where we are. Use the hashtag to tell me where you are so that I can give you a shout out. So before the break, we were going through some of the things that we had for you, and we still have the question of the day, and I'm still going to say it, and I'm going to read it for you right now. So the question of the day is, what's the best thing you've got going on in your life at the moment? So I have a koketso mate. I'm currently unemployed, but the best thing currently is that I am getting clients for website design and development and just do work while being at home at my own time. That's a very good thing, man. I hope you get more clients, and I hope this platform helps you, to get some clients. In the chat, if you're looking for a website design and development, Koketso Mate is the person that you need to go to right now. And then Hector Takalani, for me, is having a job, working for my daughter and girlfriend, wife to be, and my family also, for the good times we enjoy, man.
I love it when black love thrives. We have so many examples of what black love is not and how it looks and but negative ones, right? But when somebody is like, I'm just, the best thing in my life right now is that I have a job and I can look after my family, and I'm that's the best thing for me. I just love it because it just shows black love does exist, guys.
True.
That one person you're looking for, don't worry, maybe they're still coming, and if they're not, it's still not the end of
Maybe
the
you are
world.
the one.
Maybe I'm the one for you. I'm joking. No.
Definitely. But to Koketo, Mate, and Hector Takarani, guys, I just wish that everything in your life happens the way that you want it. May everything gain momentum in your life and flourish to the best ability that it can. So this question stands, guys. Let us bring those comments coming because we love sharing good stories and reading on what is happening on people's lives on daily basis, right? But for me, the best thing is I'm actually planning for a daughter. I'm joking. But the time will come, right?
Of course, Mo. Of course. I feel like you would make a good dad to a little girl.
Definitely.
You treat her like such a princess.
Yeah.
Then you'll get to find out, that heartache you are giving other girls.
Which when
It's not even about him giving other girls a heartache.
What are you guys
It's
saying?
about this poor little child being trained to actually think like a man.
I mean, look at Lori Harvey, bruh. The fact that she's so close to her dad and,
why would I teach my child to think like a man?
It's worked in her benefit because, mugele.
Hey. But for me, guys, the best thing is what I'm doing right now.
Yes.
I won't lie. The best thing that is going on is just being here, man, sitting here with this beautiful team of mine, doing this thing each and every day.
Yes.
And also engaging with you guys. Look at the power of technology, man. Back in the days, we're sending letters and I have the appointment with you to meet, go breathe. But we are here now. We're doing it live. You are in the comfort of your own homes and engaging with us. So keep the engagement going. We are Vooka Breakfast Show on each and every social media platform. Do not forget to share the live, press the notification button so that you can get notified whenever we go live. It is a Friday, man. Thanks God it's Friday. Let's get those energies and juices going up. So obviously, that we have a very beautiful culture of sharing significant memories that took place every day of our lives. So obviously, I have something that is interesting here. And Elena, of course, on this day, man, it is the 14th of March. Back in 2010, I remember, man, buying my first sneaker. 3,500. I was I nearly said some words here, but I was the boy, man.
Yeah, you were
I was the
one.
boy. So it's significant. It's memory for me. So it stayed with me for a long time because when we grow up, man, these things, they just hype us up for the betterment and the enjoyment that we need. But we know, Hore, it's just instant gratification and pleasure, man. But today in history, the defense case opened in the treason trial for Nelson Mandela, 29 and others in 1960. On March 14, 1960, Nelson Mandela and 29 others began presenting their defense in the treason trial, which ultimately ended an acquittal for all in 1961. Right? Let me repeat that for you. The defense case opened in the treason trial for Nelson Mandela and 29 others in 1960. On this day, guys, March 14th, 1960, Nelson Mandela and 29 others began presenting their defense in the treason trial. So let me just try to open up this image. Yes, there's data for you there. Man, this man. There is data for you right there in your screen. So that is how he looked with that long walk to freedom haircut. But may he continue to rest in peace, man. Right, so let's move to the next one. What do we have for today in history? So today, on the 14th of March, 1982, an 11 LB bomb exploded at the rear wall of 28 Penton Street, the UK headquarters of then exiled African National Congress. The bombing of 28 Penton Street I know it might be confusing, but let me try to get. Yes, there's an image for the bomb that took place. So this took place in 28 Penton in the UK, where the bombing happened. You can see there the roof is scattered into pieces, windows are broken. So it is very interesting what we have right here. So the next one is 1895. The Holland's Mannekoor Dutchman's Choir was founded, and it was established, marking the beginning of its musical legacy, a notable cultural milestone. In 1895, the Holland's Mannekoor Dutchman's Choir was founded, and it was established, marking the beginning of its musical legacy, a notable cultural milestone. So let me show you the Holland's Mannekoor right there. There we go. There are the choirs. It's not joyous celebration. It's Holland Mannekoor right there. 1928 up until 1998. Very interesting things that we have here on history. But now, that's all we had for history. We are going to come back once again on Monday, give you significant memories that you have missed from the past. Of course, you know that every day there's a celebrity that is growing up, right? And one of the days it will come when my birthday comes, in which I am also a celebrity. We are going to celebrate me right here. But if you know anyone, man, who is growing up today, just give them a shout out, man. Just give them a shout out and tell them that, you know what, man, my friend is actually growing up, and I would like to give a shout out to them and wish them a very good, happy birthday. Right? So, celebrity birthdays. Today's birthday is Charlize Theron's birthday. Charlize Theron is a South African and American actress and also a producer. A lot of us, we knew him in the Italian Job.
Her
in the Italian Job, right?
Please don't.
She was, she was casted in the Italian Job, and a lot of people were actually amazed to find out that she was South African. Obviously, Hollywood, South Africa, but it's a good thing. But she opened a lot of doors for so many actors right here in South Africa. You know, we saw the likes of Nomza Mombata being featured also. You know, a lot of people got featured in Hollywood because someone from South Africa was actually featured, and she's also in Fast and the Furious movies, you know, as Cypher, right? Not Sky.
She's
Yeah,
Cypher.
but happy birthday to Charlize Theron.
Beauty.
Yeah,
Sleeping Beauty.
exactly.
She plays the evil queen.
Yeah, the evil queen.
Yeah, but yeah, happy
Snow White
birthday
and
to
the
Charlize
Huntsman.
Theron, and then another birthday is Amir Khan. Amir Khan, okay, Mohammed Amir Hussein Khan is an Indian actor, filmmaker, and a television personality who works in Hindi films. Happy birthday.
If you used to watch Bollywood movies, maybe you know him. Show us can I please see a picture of him? Maybe I might recognize him, because I used to watch a lot of Bollywood movies. Remember back in the day when they used to play on SABC3?
Yeah.
Grandmother God
Yeah.
Lord.
So that's a picture of Khan right there.
Oh, no, I don't know
Oh,
him.
yeah, I know him. I still have a crush on you, Connie. I still have a crush on him.
What you laughing at?
Bro, he's good. I think if I'm correct, he probably acted on Three Idiots. There's there's a very famous Indian movie called Three Idiots. Now that
Okay,
movie,
look
that's
at
a very
her.
interesting movie that you actually enjoy.
she
Bro,
was-
this is where I learned my love for.
I get it, but then again, it aligns, because I get it, you said when you were a baby, you had that Indian look to you. So.
Okay, wait, Mo, can I have one birthday celebration, right?
Yeah, take it over, man.
So, Albert Einstein, born in 1879 and passed away in 1955, who's a German-born theoretical physicist, famous for his theory of relativity and E equals mc2, right? And then in 1921, he actually received a Nobel Peace Prize for being the greatest or the most amazing physicist in history.
It's Einstein's birthday today.
Yeah.
Wow.
And another person you forgot is Lyra. I just wanna feel good.
Oh, Lyra, man. I
Every
can't do what our
day.
producers doing by not putting such names.
Lyra's birthday is today.
Happy
as
birthday
well.
to Lyra. Happy birthday to Lyra.
Another
man.
notable event happening today, or notable day that it is today, is it's International Day of Action for Rivers. As an eco activist and as an eco warrior, these days are important for me because nature helps a lot with you being one with yourself, being healthier, being happier, because nature helps us and heals us. So we need to heal nature as well. So today, just note, it's International Day of Action for Rivers, because rivers provide fresh water and support biodiversity, regulating the climate and sustaining cultural traditions. And it's been critical for people and the planet. So guys, look after those rivers.
Oh my
look after that
gosh.
water.
Sorry, I also just found out that Quincy Jones is also Quincy Jones C Jr.'s birthday today.
Interesting.
And also Michael Caine.
Oh, Michael Caine, yes.
Yes, he's a
I'm
very
Batman.
So many celebrities are growing up today, man.
Is it Albert? Alfred? Is it Alfred?
No, he's
or-
Alfred.
Yes,
on
Alfred and
Batman.
Batman. Yes, Alfred.
Happy birthday to everyone who is good.
Happy birthday!
Hooray!
Hooray!
Hooray! Yeah, to everyone who is growing up today, happy birthday. Have a very beautiful day, and may God continue to bless you with those blessings that you already have. So, moving on, but before I move on, I have a comment from Hector Takalani. And one more thing, thankful for waking up every day. Hashtag
Yes.
thank bra God. We are here. because,
Gratitude is the attitude for abundance. Again, thank you so much for sharing that one. Gratitude that today we have the air in our lungs and the breath in our the breath in our lungs.
yeah.
Look at me fumbling, but hey, man.
Just know we got it.
We got it. We love you for that one.
Yeah, definitely. When it comes to the word of the day, our word of the day is vigor.
Vigor.
Vigor. Vigor. But obviously, if we had a WhatsApp number, we were going to tell us now, how would you pronounce this name? Vigor. Vigor.
It's vigor.
Right. Vigor is spelled as for it's Vigor. It's Vigor. Right. That's vigor. So obviously we want the definition of vigor. Right. The definition is strength, energy, and enthusiasm. A healthy and a thriving condition. That is vigor. So the definition again. Let me reread it. It's a strength, energy, and enthusiasm. A healthy and a thriving condition. So, how would you use vigor in your sentence? After a refreshing vacation, she returned to work with a renewed vigor and a sense of purpose. After a refreshing vacation, she returned to work with a renewed vigor and a sense of purpose. Very nice. How would you use vigor?
I set this Friday off with such vigor and excitement because today we are streaming live from the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show studios. So my Friday is full of vigor and excitement.
Yeah, definitely. Avri, how would you use vigor?
I'm trying to skip that word. Vigor.
Yeah, no problem. But if you're watching right now, how would you use vigor, just to get those energies up? Because it's all about setting for a good condition around where you are. So start your weekend with vigor. Tackle challenges with energy and enthusiasm and approach your goals with a sense of purpose and determination. Remember, vigor is not just about physical strength, but also about mental toughness and resilience. Right? Start your weekend with vigor, tackle challenges with energy and enthusiasm, and approach your goals with a sense of purpose and determination. Remember that vigor is not just about physical strength, but also about mental toughness and resilience. That is our word of the day. So you can just tell me, how would you use this word of the day? And guys, I'm going to emphasize again, our question of the day is still stands. Right now, to those who didn't answer the question for the day is, what's the best thing you've got going on in your life at the moment? But you know what? Soon we are going to introduce WhatsApp, where we can send you our numbers and you can send in your voice note, man, on what is going on right now in your life. Because we've got a Monday motivation where we bring you different guests from different areas to share so much information with you, and giving you the voice to ask and to talk with us is one of the things that we are working on. So do make sure that you do not lose hope when it comes to that. But yeah, that is all from the word of the day. So obviously, you know that weather is changing, but we just need to keep you updated as we have another one. It is very important to prepare for the day. It's still the morning, 26 minutes past 8. It is the time, and I know you need that weather update to get prepared for your day. After we come back from the break, we'll be looking at what we have on our social trends, and now we are going to our blogs. We have what we call the fashion blog and the sports blog. So do make sure that you stay with us, because it's a Friday. We are also going to be giving you your movie reviews and suggestion on what to watch. So stay tuned. This is your weather update.
Vooka Breakfast Show.
We're out here in the heart of Soweto, Top Santon. This is right next to Zondi Hills and just before you get to Broad Fisher Club. I'm out here, my name is Musi Nest. I'm out here with the one and only maximum temperature. I'm working my plan. CC Shabanana Wakamazibugo, and of course our station manager, the one and only Banane Lyric. And we're traveling out here, man. This is what we do on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yeah, you gotta get it fresh.
Bugile, we are fresh and nice. Now it's time to take the information to the people.
Of course, like Mo just mentioned, do stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe, share your thoughts and your opinions and everything else in between. We're going to be coming to a street to do live near you, wanting to know what your thoughts are out there on the street.
Of course, we've got TCO Vooka with the traffic update. Right now, we are going to N1 southbound to make sure that whatever that you guys get, it is real-time information.
Yes,
so,
sir.
looking at Mukhorosi, we have robots that are not working right here, but the traffic is moving. We're going to look at when is your rush hour time, when people are from the work, away from school,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes,
Gonna
sir.
give you your daily update. So do make sure that you stay with us. Mobile Vooka Breakfast
Yes,
Show.
sir.
I sent you at the least.
Hey family,
Hi,
My name is Tisiga Mazibugo Shabalala.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
my name is Musi Mist
my name is Ketua Ketumguni.
on the Vooka
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various experts from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blink-On Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
All right. 29 minutes till we hit 8 o'clock. You're still watching the Vooka Breakfast Show, your energetic start of the day. Located in the heart of Johannesburg, it is Dobsonville, right here in Soweto. Hashtag Sowetans, stand up. That's what we do. Before the break, we were taking you through our word of the day and what we have today in history. So now we're going to move on what is trending on our social media platforms. So right now with me, obviously, I'm a football fan, man. I love sports, with everything that is happening, the drama that is happening in the UEFA Champions League. If you're a sports lover, you can just let me know in the comment section. Obviously, I am going to have a sports blog where I am reviewing the game that is going to take place against Mamelodi Sundowns playing against Orlando Pirates in FNB Stadium on Sunday. So, but right here, I have some controversial thing that is going on Twitter, man. It's Real Madrid. We know that they are through the quarterfinals, and on Wednesday they were playing Atletico Madrid at the Estadio de Metropolitano, where we saw Conor Gallagher opening the first goal of the day in 30 seconds, under 40 seconds. That should stood out as the fastest goal in the round of 16 of the UEFA Champions League. But now that led them to go to an extra time. First half of the extra time, second half of the extra time was gone, and they went to the penalty shootout. That is where we saw Real Madrid coming out with a victory that sent them to the quarterfinals. They're going to be playing against PSG. So obviously there were so many controversials, man. There were so many controversials about Julian Alvarez's penalty that was taken. So a lot of people saw that Alvarez touched the ball twice. And obviously I beg to differ. No, not to say I beg to differ, but yes, I saw that he touched the ball twice while kicking the penalty spot, and that should have been ruled off. It was a very controversial goal for most of the people. But right now, I just want to find a 5-second clip just to show you what really happened and what really transpired, right? So with me here, let me just play this shot. It's just gonna be quick, right? And okay, let me just do this. Yeah, so there we go. And I just hope you guys can see it right there in the screen. So this is where the conversation started. So Alvarez is kicking the penalty, and then he slips, then touches the ball twice. We know that the rules of the penalty is you can only kick the ball once. So it happened that Alvarez slipped, and when he slipped, it's like papa, then it is a goal. So they were like, this should be ruled off. Some of the people call it the biggest robbery. You had something to say, ma'am.
Mara kopa botse so ngwana o tha tshwanno chichirisa and like actually feel dilone ya fufulelo and like wa bona pula yana so wa bona gore ngwana batho o itshwere ka mistake a itshwara ka maboma kere. ke mistake guys in.
Yeah.
Like he's played so many professional football games that he knows when it comes to a penalty you can't touch the ball twice. Mar uchichirisitse so abakhonore ask some sort of mistake.
In football, such mistakes are ruled off. And it is the rules of the game. There's nothing we can do. But now, people compare it with the penalty that was taken by Lionel Messi on the 2022 FIFA World Cup right there in Qatar. So they also say Messi touched the ball twice. But when we look at the clip, it didn't happen. Right, so obviously, man, a lot of people are coming in and commenting because Diego Simeone, which is the coach of Atletico Madrid, man, he was so angry. And when he was interviewed, he was like to the journalist, if any one of you saw Julian Alvarez touching the ball twice, raise your hand. While they were asking questions, coach, what happened? What happened? But he just, answered them and responded with anger because what happened that day, it was very, very difficult for him to handle and to take in. So Janti right here on X says Real Madrid have single-handedly stopped this man from winning like 3 UCL Champions League trophies. That is the love that we have, man, because Simeone was looking to win the Champions League. As we know that Real Madrid are the defending champions of the UEFA Champions League and they've won it 15 times. If they go to win it again, they will set another record in history by winning the Champions League 16 times. So it is something that has been buzzing. It has been buzzing in my phone. I've got so many notifications on YouTube, on on X or Facebook. It's a post that I am just seeing. Of course, for those who love football, for those who watch football. But Real Madrid is going to play Arsenal on the quarter-finals. An interesting clash against those two. Arsenal, they are the mighty and they have played in the UEFA Champions League back in the days where Boteri, they were still playing and they almost won the trophy. But yeah, that's all. If you want to say something, do make sure that you leave down your comment right there on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show and say hashtag Mo. Real Madrid is getting the UEFA Champions League again. Ladies, do you have anything that is trending on your socials? What is it that when you woke up, you're like, hey, Mo, jup jupu? Do you have anything?
No, I don't have anything right now.
But Inge?
Oh, Bushiri, yes. There has been demands for Bushiri to be extradited to South Africa in order to face charges against him. We all know Gutu Bushiri had charges laid against him for the scandals that he caused while here in South Africa. But yeah, he is being said, Guti, they want him back. So he must come and face thingy.
Yeah.
He must come and face his crimes here in South Africa. So that's just one. But I don't know, man. Batumbo Bushiri, he's still, doing his
and the
thing.
wife also, because I heard that the wife is also included in those crimes.
Yeah.
By the way, the name of his wife is Mary, right? So yeah, I saw the picture of them.
Are you speaking on the irony of her name?
No, I'm not.
I feel like you
It's
are speaking
Mary.
on the irony of her name. Uguti Ubushiri is out here doing, scamming people.
No,
as in a
Mary
sense,
and Bushiri, they must come
religiously,
back.
and then you are like, okay, but by the way, his wife's name is Mary.
Ke Mary vele.
I know. Kimmy.
But in all honesty, they actually should have been extradited a very long time ago. And hi Gabi, I apologize in advance. Ke kopa apologize in advance. I apologize in advance. Mara batho ba latelang ke reka Bishiri motho lo na first of all o tshabeletse machala gagwe mo South Africa. I went back to his home country. And then these people actually still have the nerve, the audacity hore ba dlala stokvel every December ba ye ko Malawi. Ba lo bona Bishiri. Ba lo koleka.
Hi, Mara, guys.
Hi, guys.
No, but guys, Nina at home, you know what? Tell me what you think, because honestly, you guys have to some extent, there is some level of hustlership, entrepreneurship that we can learn from Ubushiri, bruh. How do he came here without proper documentation, no formal education credential, or any fluency in English, but despite those limitations, he managed to establish a loyal and strong following, influence successful and well-educated individuals, build a highly profitable empire, be revered and addressed as Baba by many, sustain financial gain through unwavering support from his followers. I mean, of course, his journey is both astonishing and arguably worthy of academic analysis, because how do you do that as somebody who, because I mean, of course, we all think success is only for people who are educated, who have all their papers, those papers of yours that you guys will hang on the wall, your degrees, your diplomas. But Bushiri did it without even knowing proper English, guys. So, and what is success for you? Tell me at home, what is success for you if Bushiri can do that?
I mean, this man walked on air, guys. Let us not forget that. Right?
Pastas, we have in SA.
Guys, somebody, we need to study this level of entrepreneurship. Like, these people's minds, this needs academic analysis. How do you do that? How do you accomplish so much with so little in a foreign country? There is something we can learn from this. Of course, not to scam and defraud people. Trust me, that one is a no-no. I'm not advocating or advising anyone to do that. But he had a plan, he executed it, and he made it happen. That is the power of determination, guys. Look at what he's doing. Another one is Batu. Batu, is it Batu or is it? Yes, Batu.
Yeah, but before, people, maybe you were laughing at me when I said Bushiri was walking on air. But I have evidence right here with me.
Play.
So, right now on my screen, guys, I have a video of Bushiri walking on air. Right, so look what he's doing. There's Papa right there, and boom, walking on air. Baba.
Show us the top, guys.
Walking on air.
Show us the top. What was holding him up?
That is, look at him, Christ Redeemer, right there. Doing that thing.
No, guys, you must stop playing with South African people's minds. But okay, but another thing they said is that South Africans, because you guys are a nation that believes in miracles and not hard work and effort, these are the kind of things that will, these are the kind of people who will constantly come up and convince you that, hey, man, you can turn water into wine.
Exactly.
Right? We know it says that in the Bible, but theoretically, so to speak, it's a process.
Yeah,
so it's not an instant thing.
So you had something about Batu.
Yes. Was it? No, I wanted to congratulate them on making, is it 1,000 sales? Or over 1,000 sales? We all know. Is it? No, man, guys. Is it Batu or is it the other brand that was failing? Guys, I need Drip.
Yeah.
Drip is Drip is the one that kind of fell through because after he got his divorce, the business was all in shambles and he had to close it down.
Oh yeah, so it's Drip. Drip. I don't know if you guys have been seeing what Likao has been doing.
Yeah, because now I've been waiting for his rebrand. Obviously,
he has rebranded though.
The Drip company was liquidated because it was owing. So all of his assets were going to be sold and the company closes down. So he said he had a plan to make a comeback. As of right now, I haven't seen any latest news, but I have been waiting for the comeback. So I'm hearing that they have made 1,000 sales, right?
Yeah, something like something about over 1,000 sales, and that means they are now, it means that they are reaching a profitability.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's amazing what kind of a comeback you can make after having such a huge setback in the face of people, and everybody thought, you know that song Yaga is it Fiso Nwane, or there's a gospel song that
Kulungile Baba.
no, that one where he's like bebaca ukuthi angeke inkosi ayikaqedi ngami. You know, God, sometimes God is not done with you guys. You know, you can seem like it's all going to hell, everything is breaking down around you, and everything is just going wrong until, you know what, you get that huge revival like Job in the Bible, and you know, everything comes back. And Ulikau is a testament to that, and a testimony to say, guys, no matter how much of a setback you can have in the face of how many people, but when that comeback is for you, it will happen.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to him, man, because a lot of businesses right now are suffering with the increasing of VAT. Because remember, when VAT increases, it actually hurts those retail shops. Because if you don't have customers, if people do not have money to buy those shoes, those clothes, that means there is no business for most people. VAT increase means my disposable income gets affected. So if Likao can make these kind of comebacks, I think we need to give them a huge, round of applause and support in what they're doing. But yeah, all the best to him, man. All the best to him on what he is doing, because we know that Drip has been there for such a long time, and it needs to carry the legacy throughout the years. We're speaking about decades and centuries. But
yeah, it's called Drip Sportif. That's the
Sportif.
new sneaker brand. He launched a new sneaker brand called Drip Sportif. And that one is the one that's now, obviously, that's the comeback. That's his comeback. And of course, they've had over 1,000 sales, I think, if I'm not wrong. Please go and correct me in the comments if you know. And yeah, that's his rebirth. He has come up and he's doing it again, showing us that it is possible to come back from anything. Failure is sometimes just redirection to a new goal.
And you know what? I think even with also the way he handled everything, like he got hit with two things at the same time. You're losing life's work in two different aspects. You're losing your marriage through divorce.
That was
and
crazy.
while you're still trying to focus on the fact that, okay, now my new reality is that I'm a divorcee. Now you need to liquidate your business because it's no longer, you're no longer making enough money to sustain it. But I like the fact that he was so calm. He literally weathered the storm. He was so calm. You didn't see any mode of him panicking or anything like that. And it showed that sometimes having the resilience in life
Trust the process, guys.
and trust in the process helps.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
for him, you already knew that Vele, besides the company closing, he had already built a name for himself, and people already associated with the name Drip. And people already loved the shoes. There was no defaults with the shoes or defects or anything like that. So the only thing that he had to do was bounce back.
Yeah,
and
definitely,
he's
man.
doing that. So big ups to you for bouncing back. Big ups to you for coming back as a bigger and a stronger brand. And well, we wish you all the success in the world.
Get your pair of Drip Sportif just to get the local lekker slogan going. So
yeah, and I mean, on the fashion blog, that could be your fashion item, your new fashion item for the weekend. You could go and just go to all the tape stores and go check out the new Drip Sportif.
yeah. Obviously, I have Zinzi Elizabeth on YouTube. If Chris Brown can fly over and around FNB, then Bushiri can merely walk on air, guys.
No, Mara Chris Brown,
Guys,
because
I
we
need
saw
a
he had
piece of
suspenders. No, but Chris Brown had suspenders, guys, and let's also be frank. We all saw the
take
fact that he had
that.
suspenders. Mara
Bushiri
Bushiri
scam
Arabon, oskemile batho dai man. And the man sentana scan about that, osken about all the way from Malawi, Joe, and he's still succeeding. That kind of shows you that we have all the faith to believe in miracles that don't actually exist, but we lack faith in ourselves and believing that we as people can actually do better for ourselves.
Yep.
Come on, guys.
Yebo,
Shout out to
guys.
Bush, man. Bush, what you did,
in
man.
yourself over false prophets.
Some of us are inspired by what Bushir has done, man. I mean, come on, man. If you can walk on air, Papa, I am also going to walk on air. So, 11 minutes till we hit 9 o'clock. So, what you're going to do right now is to prepare your recap of your news headline and your newly updated sports news right here. In the meantime, let us take a short break.
Vooka Breakfast Show.
We're out here in the heart of Soweto, Top Sandton. This is right next to Zondi Hills and just before you get to Broad Fisher Club. I'm out here, my name is Musi Nest. I'm out here with the one and only maximum temperature. I'm working with my TC Shabalala Wakamazibugo, and of course our station manager, the one and only Manelin Lyric. And we're traveling out here, man. This is what we do on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yeah, you gotta get it fresh.
We are fresh and nice. Now it's time to take the information to the people.
Of course, like Mo just mentioned, do stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe, share your thoughts and your opinions and everything else in between. We're going to be coming to a street to do live near you, wanting to know what your thoughts are out there on the street.
Of course, we've got TC Mazibugo with the traffic update. Right now, we are going to N1 southbound to make sure that whatever that you guys get, it is real-time information. So, looking at Mukhorosi, we have robots that are not working right here, but the traffic is moving. We're going to look at when is your rush hour time, when people are from the work, away from school,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes,
Gonna
sir.
give you your daily update. So do make sure that you stay with us. Mobile Vooka Breakfast
Yes,
Show.
sir.
I thought you had to leave that.
Hey family,
Hi,
My name is TC Mazibugo Shabalala.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
my name is Musi Nest
my name is Ketsu Mguni.
on the Vooka
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various experts from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blink-On Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
Well, yeah, shopping blossom anyway. Yes.
Wow.
right, once again, good morning, Mzansi. My name is Moeketi Maimane, and if you missed your first morning headlines, these are your headlines recap. On the first headline, Mozambican fugitive arrested in Sandton. Nelson Simiao Masango was one of more than 1,500 prisoners who escaped from a maximum security prison in Maputo last year during post-election unrest. Report says he was convicted of murder in 2015 and sentenced to 20 years behind bars. Masango was arrested at a car hire dealership in Sandton. He is being investigated for several cases of car theft in Gauteng. It's alleged that he rented 4x4 buggies and smuggled them into Mozambique to have them sold. On the second headline recap, parties reject 2025 budget speech, a vow to challenge it in Parliament. Despite heated debate over a proposed 2 percentage point VAT hike, the minister has taken a more measured approach, settling on a 0.5 percentage point increase set to take effect on the 1st of May. Many political parties have rejected the proposed VAT increase, and some are vowing to challenge it through parliamentary processes. In a bold move, the budget allocates substantial funding to infrastructure projects over the next 3 years, but leaves state-owned enterprises without any additional support. Meanwhile, the country's debt crisis persists, with government spending over 400 billion rands just to service debt, projected to hit 5.69 trillion rands this year. This means South Africa will spend more on debt than on vital sectors like health, education, and other key sectors of the economy. The budget has sparked mixed reaction. Some find it overwhelming and uninspiring, while others see it as a necessary step forward. While the ANC has welcomed the budget, its main partner in the GNU, the Democratic Alliance, opposes the VAT hike but says there's still room for negotiation. On the last headline, a Palm Ridge court under scrutiny for alleged corruption and poor service delivery. The Palm Ridge Magistrate Court is under scrutiny for allegations of corruption and poor service delivery. The residents have laid complaints of corruption against the court. This has led Justice and Constitutional Development Minister Mamoloko Kubai to visit the court in Thursday morning. She said, "I found it important to be here with the Deputy Minister to engage with the leadership of the court and to understand what is going on. This is the place where people must find justice, not to seek justice anywhere against the justice system." That's all for now. Stay tuned for more sports and news update analysis throughout the show. Do not forget to share your thoughts. But now, before we go into that, we have some motorsport news when it comes to your sports news. Heading on to the first one, Australian GP, a big crash for Behrman as Norris sets the pace and Carlos shines in FP1. Lando Norris topped the opening F1 2025 practice, edging out Carlos Sainz, while Lewis Hamilton finished 12th after a small lock-up. Oliver Behrman crashed his Haas at 10.9 but was uninjured. Nico Hülkenberg, now with Suba, led the first lap of the session, followed by drivers. Max Verstappen driving an updated RB21 set an early pace, clocking 1 hour 19 minutes and 771 seconds ahead of Charles Leclerc and Oscar Piastri. Liam Lawson brushed the wall at 10.9 but avoided major issues, ending in P10. On football news, Fernandes sends Man United into Europa League quarter-finals. Spurs also advanced. Bruno Fernandes netted a hat-trick as Manchester United beat Real Sociedad 4-1 in their Europa League last 16 second leg Thursday. While Tottenham bounced back to edge AS Alkmaar 3-2 on aggregate, Rangers knocked out Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce 3-2 on penalties as Chelsea saw out a 1-0 home win against Copenhagen to ensure their place in the last 8 of the Europa League conference. 2 sport kicks and a late error finish from Fernandes sent Man United into the quarterfinals by a 5-2 aggregate margin against 10-man Real Sociedad. On the other headline, Kylian Mbappe recalled to France squad for Nations League, and he's been named as the captain of the squad. Kylian Mbappe returns to the France squad for the UEFA Nations League quarter-final against Croatia, with teenager Desire Du earning a first call-up. Mbappe, now at Real Madrid, was previously excluded due to fitness concerns and personal controversies. Since then, he's been in outstanding form, scoring 28 goals in all competition this season. My name is Moketi Maimane, and that's all for now. What you're gonna do is to prep you again with your weather update and head over to traffic update with TC.
Vooka Mzansi, I am happy to be back with you. Stay tuned as we are about to give you your traffic update. There is a stationary vehicle on the N3 northbound just after the Modderfontein Road on-ramp from the Modderfontein Road R25. The emergency lane is closed in this area. There is also a stationary vehicle in Naturena on the N1 northbound western bypass at the on-ramp from the Morocco bypass. The emergency lane is closed in this area as well. There is a multi-vehicle collision on the M1 southbound in Johannesburg just before the Greyston Drive off-ramp. Expect major delays and consider using alternative routes. The emergency lane is also closed in this area. Heavy congestion on the R24 westbound approaching the Barbara Road on-ramp due to construction work near OR Tambo Airport. The emergency lane remains open. An overturned truck on the N12 eastbound near the Tom Jones Road off-ramp in Bedford View. Traffic is backed up and the emergency lane is closed in this area. Please proceed with caution. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more updates throughout the show. Use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show to engage with us throughout our social media platforms. My name is Tisiga Mazbugo Shabalala, and now let's get back to our epic morning show.
All right, just 6 minutes past 9, and you're still watching the Vooka Breakfast Show with me, Mweketi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature, the son of Mother Nature. Of course, I'm back again, and you see me geared up for this one. Of course, it is the one and only sports blog, and what do we have today is something that is interesting. I just want to say, Orlando Pirates fan and Mamelodi Sundowns fan, get into the chat. Even if you're a Kaizer Chiefs fan, get into the chat and tell me what you think. Any team that you coach that is locally, right? So what I'm gonna do right now, before I get into the things, we're also gonna have your fashion blog with TC, and obviously your movie reviews with Musi Mr. who is here, who's just joined me. Let me just cue him in and get him in the conversation, man. Musi, good morning, man, and how are you doing this morning, bro?
Mr. Mo, my brother, how's it going, man?
Man, all is well. It's a beautiful Friday. TGIF, thanks God, it is Friday.
It is. We're having great weather, which is something, you know, I always love. Whenever the sun is out, it's shining, it's nice and warm outside, I go crazy. You know, like I said a couple of weeks ago in one of our streams and our shows, that I'm one of those people who completely hates the cold weather. Completely hates the cold weather, and I don't like it when it's wet and cold and damp and we can't go outside and enjoy ourselves. You get what I'm trying to say? So, but with that being said, man, I'm happy to be here. So with that also being said, to what promises to be, man, your favorite rendezvous every weekday morning, Monday to Friday. This is the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network. And of course, you'll always be hanging out with me, the one and only MOOC Mest. My name is Musi Mest, and I couldn't be happier to be in your company, man. I've been sitting here listening to all that's been happening, and Mo, we have to give up. Just one more one to Hector Ndlovu. Hector Ndlovu is someone who's always watching and supporting, man. I loved how he spoke about that, you know, the things that he's doing now, and part of the things that he appreciates having in his life is that he's someone who is working and has a full-time job and loves his girlfriend and is looking to get married to her. Maria, shout out to you, man. I love that couple, such amazing people. And I was listening as he commented, he's now living in Dobsonville full time, but and I know that from time to time he visits his family and stuff like that. So I love that thing, man. We love the engagement. Of course, you can keep on engaging with us and communicating with us across all our social media platforms that we go by Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. Comment, like, subscribe, and do the things that are necessary to be done so that you and I and the rest of the team can communicate, interact, engage, and do all great things, man. Mo.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yes, sir.
Musi will be here with us, you know, just to give us your movie reviews and suggestion that, you know, the movies of that you can watch during the weekend, because you know that the weekend can become stressful, and we use it just to unwind from the week that we had, a stressful one.
Please remind me the question again. You said the question throughout the show is?
So the question is, what is going on in your life right now?
What's going on in your life right now?
That you kind of feel like, yes, this is where I want to be.
I see you.
Yeah.
I see you.
That is the question of the day. It's still standing.
For everyone who's listening and watching.
For everyone who is listening and watching.
For me, the thing that's happening in my life now is that I think it's very related to the one that you mentioned.
Yeah.
I am completely happy and always excited when I come to work, man.
Yeah, man.
I'll tell you more. We were talking about it, I think it was on Tuesday, if not so long ago. About a year ago is when I started my broadcasting journey. So for me in March, you know, towards the end of March, or like the middle of the March, like we're experiencing now, is a significant part of my life.
Yeah.
And March is a significant month for me from now moving forward, that I started my broadcasting journey on a platform that we're very familiar with.
Definitely.
And I remember it was on a Tuesday, because how I recall it and how I noted it was very soon after Banale's birthday, like I mentioned, you know, when we were chilling and hanging out here in the studio. So about a year ago, I started my broadcasting journey, and I couldn't be happier. So that for me has been an amazing, amazing, amazing thing, and I can't wait to grow and become better, and just be a better broadcaster as I move on, and inquire so much knowledge and information as much as I can, man, moving forward. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Definitely, man. The question still stands, guys. You can use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show to answer the question. But
Yes, sir.
as promised, man, now where we are going is what I call the sports block, right?
When you say sports blog, I was listening here.
Yeah.
I see you're wearing the t-shirt.
Yeah, man.
I'm
man.
a diehard fan. I might not necessarily follow them as closely as I would like, right?
Yeah.
But I'm a diehard fan. It's even in our slogan, because
Yes.
once you go Chiefs, you never go back.
Aish.
Kosi forever, Kosi life forever, man.
Kosi forever,
And I
man.
was excited on Saturday. 90 minutes plus. We won 3.
Bro.
1.
Bro.
Just as when they equalized,
Tell
my heart
me about
sank,
it,
man.
bro.
Yeah, so I can't wait to hear what you have for us.
Yeah,
Talk to us.
definitely, man. Obviously, this one is for the Orlando Pirates fans and the Mamelodi Sundowns fans. But as I've said, that I am inviting everyone to the conversation, because now let's break through some stats on what is happening. We know that Mamelodi Sundowns is playing against Orlando Pirates on Sunday at 3:30 at FNB Stadium. So, as of right now, we don't know the reasons why the game was moved from Orlando Stadium to FNB, but a lot of speculation is that Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns, when they play, they actually get a huge crowd coming in.
Oh, I see. So the capacity of the Orlando
Yes.
Stadium can't hold all these fans. I
yeah.
get it. It makes sense. It makes
Yeah.
sense. It makes sense.
So it has been moved to the FNB Stadium, and tickets are still selling, because as of right now we got a confirmation that 41,000 tickets, which is okay-ish, because we know that FNB capacity is like 90 something thousand. So obviously they have to get 270 to 80,000 for a sold out. We saw what happened when Mamelodi Sundowns was playing with the Kaizer Chiefs at Loftus. The game and the stadium was sold out. So definitely get your ticket if you want to watch the game. But before we get into the insights of the venues and what happened for them to change the venue. So obviously, when you're looking at our stats, with 50 goals scored in this season, Mamelodi Sundowns are only 2 shy of their 2023-2024 tally, with 8 games remaining, and the gap is 18 points. 18 points and 8 games is remaining. Can Orlando Pirates bounce back and close the gap from the 18 points? Peter Shalulile, 127 premiership goals, is now only 2 away from equaling Siyabonga Nomvete's record of 129. And obviously, looking at the highlights of how Mamelodi Sundowns was playing, both teams were playing during the league. I mean, the form is relentless from Mamelodi Sundowns. They have been doing what they have been doing for the past 4 seasons.
Sheesh, man, it's crazy.
It's very crazy.
Yeah.
It's very crazy, man, because right here, man, I just want to show a small clip, man, just a clip nyana, just to show you the form of the Brazilians, man. These guys, they are quick in their feet. Everything that they do, man, aligns with what the club is all about, and the players are fast. We know one of the players that features Mamelodi Sundowns is Lucas Ribeiro, who is now leading with the goals. So what I want to do right now is to share another screen that speaks to the stats head to head. Orlando Pirates against Mamelodi Sundowns, how they are looking like. So I've got something interesting here, and obviously if you are that someone who loves spending their money on betting, I have something for you, because this one will help you to know better in terms of your prediction or which team it is going to win when the game plays, right? So Orlando Pirates against Mamelodi Sundowns head-to-head records shows that in the previous 28 meetings, Orlando Pirates has won 6 times, Mamelodi Sundowns has won 15 times. times, and 7 ended in a draw. Orlando Pirates scored 20 goals, and Mamelodi Sundowns scored 42 goals in these matches. And their last encounter, which was the first clash of the first round on the Betway Premiership, we saw Mamelodi Sundowns thrashing Orlando Pirates 4-1. And how is this going to play out? And obviously, coming in from that win, a lot of people expected that Sundowns is going to do the same to Kaizer Chiefs when they were playing in Loftus. But things were different. Kaizer Chiefs brought their guns to actually make sure that they protect themselves from humiliation. But it's not about humiliation, because you need to compete for the continental competition that are available, like your CAF Confederation Cup and the CAF Champions League. So last game that played on a Tuesday and Wednesday, Orlando Pirates was playing against Stellenbosch, and they played a stalemate draw. 0-0 draw that is going to lead them to playing with Mamelodi Sundowns this coming Sunday at FNB in 3:30. And Sundowns got away with a 2-0 win against Amazulu, in which it sets the pace and sets them up for a Sunday clash against Mamelodi Sundowns. So I just want to hear, your thoughts on that. So when it comes to team news, we know that sometimes the players can be missing for these big clashes. Yellow cards can be found, suspensions can be found, injuries can also play a huge role, hindering the team's performance to go into the big clash. So Orlando Pirates fan favorite Patrick Maswanga came back from an injury with a cameo off the bench in the Nedbank Cup, so that he can play against Stellenbosch. So it's kudos for Orlando Pirates. But it is likely that he will be fit to start against Sundowns, despite having been used sparingly in the Buccaneers' last 2 matches. So, Tito, the ambulance from Tembisa, how is his injury going, and is he hopeful to play in the game? So with me here, I have an expected lineup for Orlando Pirates. How will be Orlando Pirates looking like on a Sunday when they are playing against Sundowns? So we have Chaine, who is going to be starting up. Of course, you can tell me who you want to start on the starting 11 as a player that will make an impact and make sure that Orlando Pirates come back with a 3 points that will close the gap to 15 points. On the left back, we have Dion Hoto, and obviously their anchor at the back is Nkosinathi CBC and Mbegezeli Mbogazi, who has been in a very good form since he was promoted from the DDC, the DSTV Diski Challenge. And we have another right back, which is Diano Van Rooyen. So that is the back 4. So right here, we are going to be looking at 4-5-4-2-4-1, right? No? Yeah, 4-2-3-1. That is the formation that Orlando Pirates coach Jose Riviero Joseph is looking to attack Mamelodi Sundowns with. So in the middle, who will you put in right now in the current squad of Orlando Pirates? Who would you actually suggest that, you know what, man? If I would just play around with Tito in the middle, play around with Talent Mbata in the middle, it can make Orlando Pirates be a little bit progressive in the attacking force, right? But in central midfield, they have Talent Mbata and Makehleni Makaula. That is how their midfield is looking like. Of course, we want those one who are going to support the forwards. And I don't know, who are you suggesting, when? Because right now I have what I call my the expected lineup that is from the courtesy of SuperSport, from the games that they have been playing. According to how they have been playing, we need to have an expected lineup that is going to be used against Mamelodi Sundowns. So right there at front, left wing, we have Rilebuhile Mokoena. And then there is Patrick Maswangai, who is going to play in the middle as an attacking forward, Tito. And then right wing, Mohau Nkota. But with Mohau Nkota, I don't know if you're watching and, you have some opinions on what you think Jose Riviero can do on this lineup. We're speaking of strength. Mohaung Kota will be looking at playing against Khuliso Mudau right there. Very strong, very bold, and he doesn't take any yes for an answer. Takes the ball away, runs away with it. That is Mohaung Kota facing Khuliso Mudau. Do you think Nkota has what it takes to battle against Khuliso Mudau? And then, of course, a striker. They have Tsogofatso Mabasa. Do you prefer Tsogofatso Mabasa or Evidence Mahopa to be in your striking and be the goal poacher against Mamelodi Sundowns? I mean, the defense is quite well. And we know that Ronwen Williams' form it's been quite beautiful in the past games. But okay, moving on to Sundowns. What is expected of the lineup? Obviously, on the goalkeeping, we have Ronwen Williams, Mzansi's finest, has replaced Itumeleng Khune, by the way, and has won and also be featured in the Ballon d'Ors to win the best goalkeeper of the year. So we have Ronwen Williams on left back, the back four. It's Aubrey Mudiba, Malibongwe Khoza, Lucas Suarez, Khuliso Mudau. That is the back four of Mamelodi Sundowns. Do you think it is solid and strong? Because these players are the ones that were playing in the first round of the Betway Premiership when they won 4-1 against Pirates. So, do you think the coach is using the same tactics to come and defeat Orlando Pirates? Because Orlando Pirates will be playing home, even though their home is at Orlando Stadium. But now they will be using another venue, which is the FNB Stadium. And then coming on to your midfield, we're looking at Marcelo Allende, Teboho Mokoena, Jaden Adams introduced into the play. And we know that they are missing They're missing Temba Zwane into action. His injury has been taking long, but we haven't got any update if Temba is recovering well and is back at training. And now, the poachers, the ones that strike each and every team, your strikers. We're looking at Tashrik Matthews. We're looking at Ihram Reyners. We're looking at Lucas Ribeiro Costa. Recently, topping the top goal scorers on the Betway Premiership. Of course, there are a lot of things to uncover and to look at. Because when you look at Mamelodi Sundowns' form at home, it has been good. But now they are going away. How is their form looking like away? Last game away, they played at Eros. They drew 1-1. They went to Skukune United. They won 4-2. Marumo Gallants, they won 3-1. TS Galaxy, they lost 1-0. And at Supersport United, which is the Pretoria Derby, they lost. They won 3-0. So that is how the form is looking like when they're playing away. Right? So what I'm going to do right now is to show you Orlando Pirates' form home. Right? So Orlando Pirates at home, last game they played with Cape Town City. I don't know if you guys can see that clear. Right? Sharing my screen right now. Is everything clear? Okay. We have Orlando Pirates at home. They have a very good form going into home games. And this is their home games. They played with Cape Town City. They won 2-1, 3-1 against Baroka on the Cup fixture. And also Orlando Pirates, they were playing against Kaizer Chiefs, which is known as the Soweto Derby, and they got away with that 1-0 penalty that gave them a home win. And then, of course, at CAF Champions League, they're playing with the CR Belouizdad, and they won 2-1. But now, the question stands, who is going to win on Sunday? Mamelodi Sundowns against Orlando Pirates right there at FNB Stadium. I just want you to predict. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Just use the hashtag to predict your score. Tell me that Sundowns is getting away with this one, or Orlando Pirates, they're going to come stiffed at the back and everything that they've prepared.
I want to hear your predictions more.
My prediction? Ooh.
Sundowns, Orlando Pirates.
Oh.
I mean, Sundowns have been taking away the league
Yeah.
for the last 4 seasons, like
Yeah.
you mentioned. There was that one year in 2020, I remember. Sundowns, I don't remember which team Sundowns was playing, but Chiefs was playing Baroka on the one side.
Bro.
It was the games were playing at the same time. Chiefs had been doing so well the entire season,
Yeah.
maintaining that number 1 position in the league. Oh,
Until the
last
end,
minute,
man.
literally the last minute. So there's just this thing about Chiefs, and it's a cycle that they need to break, in my opinion. That Kadi last minute. They always
drop
give
the
away.
ball, man.
Last minute, they always give away the title, or they give away the game, you know. And I don't know what happens, or maybe they get too excited way too early, or I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I was glad that they won on this past Saturday. It was unfortunate, I think, on Tuesday or Wednesday that
they actually drew. They were playing
yes, they
against
drew.
Cape Town City.
Cape Town City, they drew. And then, so hopefully, the title can come back to Soweto, man.
Ish.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. Because Mamelodi has been taking it away for far too long now.
Oh, man, Pretoria has been raining.
Chiefs has to raise up its socks and put on their big boy pants. Because the last season we weren't even part of the top 8.
Yeah.
That was so sad. Like for a top team like Kaizer Chiefs, guys, come on, man. So I don't know. I'm hoping Pirates will do well. I will never ever in my life ever come rain or sunshine, I'll never support Orlando Pirates. But for the sake of Sundowns not taking away the title league, Pirates has to do something, man.
Yeah,
they have
definitely,
to do something.
man.
Yeah,
they have to do something. But
so predictions?
Your prediction, man, I will have to go with Sundowns again. They're going to win 3 goals to 1.
Okay.
Orlando Sundowns
is on form, man. That's unfortunate. Yeah.
It's on form, man. The reason I'm saying this, man, there's this special player that they have got from the South America, man.
Yes.
Lucas Ribeiro.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about Ribeiro. For Ribeiro is doing the thing that I needed, man.
Come on, man. The goal that he scored against Kaizer Chiefs. Oh my goodness. The acrobatics, come on.
Yeah.
The athleticism. That guy, like, when somebody does something and you're like, oh my goodness, we have a problem here. We have a very, very huge problem.
Poetry in motion, man. Poetry in motion. Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So I have a review. I love Pirates, but the match against Sundown stresses me. Yeah. Plus, when you are a Pirates fan, don't say you love Pirates. You are a fan. You are an Orlando Pirates fan. So obviously, nerves are on Orlando Pirates. We know that Mamelodi Sundowns was playing, I think, against Sikukune. On a league fixture, they won 4. So Sundowns was winning 4. And then the fixture came, man, when they were playing against Kaizer Chiefs. A lot of people, they were like, hey, you guys are in danger. But it didn't happen as expected because Kaizer Chiefs, they were so prepared. It talks to preparation. And it's what we need them to do for each and every game. The thing is, you can't go into other games unprepared. But now when the big game comes, you want to prepare.
I think it's a trend with these big teams. And it's not only in South Africa, I've noticed, that big teams in any league in the world tend to take smaller teams for granted, and the preparation is not at the same level. So if a Sundowns plays a Chiefs, or a Chiefs plays a Pirates, or all these big teams in the league, they'll put in thorough research and thorough preparation. But when they are facing the lower 8 of the league, especially like the teams in the last 3 positions, they'll take them for man, kis kukuni, man. And these small teams put in proper preparation, because it's a major deal to beat a big team like Sundowns, Kaizer Chiefs, or Orlando Pirates. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's a trend that these big teams throughout the world and across the board, they should stop taking it, and they should stop the trend and take every game seriously. Play every game like it's your last game, man. But there's another thing. Hector Ndlovu Takalani coming through on YouTube, Mr. Mo, saying Hashtag love the energy, Mr. Mo. So yeah, man, he's appreciating your analysis.
Oh,
and,
thank you,
all the
Mr.
information
Hector,
you're providing.
Man. Hey,
yes, sir.
hey,
yes,
man.
sir.
It's a Friday, man. You know those energetic juices. We need to get them
Absolutely.
going. It's 9:30, of course, man. We're still preparing, man. We're still preparing. For some of us, it's still preparation. Yes,
Yes.
you're gonna think Mo is going to sleep after. No, I'm preparing, and it's nice to engage with you. Keep those comments coming using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. As I have given my prediction, continue giving us your prediction. What do you think the game is going to end up like? 4-0, 5-0, 4-1 again, because first round Sundowns won 4-1. So second round, what are you thinking? Tell me. So let me not waste any time, because we've got our fashion blog on the way. It's time to get yourself ready, with those combinations that you use. Maybe you're going out for an interview, for a date, or you're going to see a family member somewhere else. Is there an importance of your clothes combination? TC Mazibugo is going to be taking us through that after a short break. So do make sure that you stay with us. If you don't know how to, clothes combination of your clothes, this is the segment for you. So stay tuned. Use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Right now, let us go straight to that break and stay tuned.
Hey family.
Hi.
My name is Tisiga Mazibugo Shabalala.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
My name is Musi Miss.
My name is Ketua Mgunyo.
On the Vooka
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various experts from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blink-On Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
Well, yeah, shopping blossom memory.
Wow!
Welcome back, Mzansi. This is me, TC Gamazibugo Shabalala, with your fashion blog. And today, my model will be the beautiful Afriberry, Miss Berry Blaze, because we all have to agree, right? She's looking absolutely fantabulous today. Look at her. Look at her. Just a vision of fashion, style, elegance, my friend. She is looking beautiful. Thank you so much for staying tuned with us. This is the fashion blog. Every Friday you can catch it so you can see how you can stay ahead of the fashion blog. Of the fashion trends. So what is a clothing combination, right? But before I go into that, here are some pictures that I have for you from a local fashion influencer. She is a stylist called Sinobomu Nompuku, better known as Sino Forever. She takes upcycled clothing and she has a fashion brand called Fashionaire's Corner, where she sells these creations that she herself has made up. And I don't know about you, but this looks like the combos are communicating. So picture number one is of her dressed to impress for perhaps a Monday morning. I don't know about you. Maybe if you are somebody who's into alternative fashion, you can see she is wearing a blazer, pinstripe blazer, you know, with some red ruffles, looking a little casual with some sneakers, but it's still fit for the office and can be used as somebody as formal clothing. And then you see her in a second picture where she has upcycled a jacket with from the Fix, where it's orange and some denim. It's looking really casual and it's giving I don't know, I am a fashion influencer from Mzansi. And then you see her as well in another picture where she is wearing, let me just confirm with you, yes, where she is wearing athleisure wear from Black Strawberry Activewear, and she has given it a mix-up, you know, just mixed it up and added her own style and her own little notes there to it. She's added a green overskirt, a bubble skirt with some a leather jacket, as well as a crop top, a bright green geometrical crop top from Black Strawberry Activewear, as well as a bag right there, as you can see, a moon bag, where that's also from Black Strawberry Activewear. I don't know about you, but I just want to know what you think of that hashtag outfit of the day inspo. Tell me on all our social media platforms what you think of those inspirational pictures from Sino Forever, and maybe if you can vote on the one that you would mostly wear, and tell us where you would wear it as well. So, okay, without wasting any further time, I'm going to tell you what is a clothing combination. Right? A clothing combination refers to the various ways in which you can piece together individual pieces of clothing to create different outfits. Of course, like the beautiful Miss Berry Blaze over here. It's about mixing and matching tops, bottoms, shoes, accessories to achieve a desired look. Let's delve into the details of how clothing combinations work and why they are important in our daily lives. So, the basics of clothing combinations: tops and bottoms. The foundation of any outfit starts with a top and a bottom. Tops include items like shirts, blouses, t-shirts, and sweaters. Right here, you can also see that there are some that you can mix and match. I don't know what you think about this one, but yeah, so these are your basics, your tops and your bottoms, and then your bottoms can obviously be your jeans, your skirts, your shorts, your jeans. And Afriberry right here has a dress which doesn't fall anywhere onto either one of these categories, but you will be surprised later as we show you her outfit and how she has pieced it together. The key is to find a balance between the two. So for instance, a fitted top usually pairs well with loose bottoms and vice versa. So colors and patterns, and of course guys, don't you agree, this is so African and fitting for our beautiful Miss Berry Blaze, because she is our Afrocentric queen, exuding that African beauty. She has on something that is very inspired by Ndebele art, as you can see. So this is what colors and patterns usually speaks to. So colors and patterns play a significant role in clothing combinations, because neutral colors like black, white, and gray can be mixed with almost anything. As you can see, Berry Blaze went for the black, because the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. And bold colors and patterns should be balanced with simpler pieces to avoid overwhelming the outfit. So Miss Berry Blaze, of course, the combos are communicating. Look at her looking like the ultimate vision, a picture of elegance with this combination that she has beautifully put together this morning. And of course, if you can agree, this outfit balances well, because look, she has her bright and vibrant colors and geometrical shapes here in her dress and her in her top and her skirt, because this is actually a two-piece, and she has, you know, balanced that out with a black chiffon blouse and some black shoes. So this, of course, is how you would do colors and patterns. So layers, speaking layers and layers and layers, guys. Winter is coming, so we all know that when it's winter we tend to put on more clothes. So we need to know how to layer those clothes and look absolutely amazing while doing it, right? So layering is also another essential aspect of clothing combinations. Adding layers like jackets, cardigans, scarves can add an depth and interest to an outfit. It allows for versatility, as layers can be added or removed based on the weather. And today, as you can see, Berry has actually layered her outfit, because she has worn this top with a chiffon with a polo neck underneath, which for me looks like the utmost perfect combination against this sometimes chilly weather, because you know what, the sun has been peeking out, but I mean it's a bit chilly, so she's safeguarded herself with that by adding a polo neck underneath her chiffon blouse and adding the sleeveless top of the two-piece onto that. And I just don't know, but this morning she was just ready for us. She was ready for us, and the combos are definitely communicating. But then now we are going to go on to talk about the types of clothing combinations. Casual combinations. Casual outfits are typically comfortable and relaxed. They are perfect for everyday activities like running errands or hanging out with friends. Think jeans, think t-shirts, your oversized sweaters, that type of thing. A pair of blue jeans with a graphic t-shirt and white sneakers is a classic casual combination. But now, of course, Berry is what we call formally dressed, and she is a perfect example of what a formal combination looks like. Formal outfits are more structured and polished. They are suitable for events like weddings, business meetings, or formal dinners. Suits, dresses, and dress shoes are common in formal combinations. So this outfit right here is a perfect example of what a formal combination would look like. This is also a perfect combination, a perfect example of what a business casual outfit would look like. Actually, this is not a business casual outfit, but it's a business outfit. Business casual is a blend of formal and casual styles. So if she actually wanted to switch this up, she could have put on perhaps a pair of flat shoes, sandals, or a pair of sneakers. Right, because she has on some black high-heeled shoes, of which then makes her formal. But had she mixed that up and added perhaps some pumps or a pair of sneakers, that would have turned this outfit into a business casual outfit. Athleisure would be something like that picture of the day that I showed you, that outfit of the day from Sino Forever, where she is wearing that combination of black strawberry active wear plus that bubble skirt that is green, bright green. That is athleisure. Athleisure combines athletic wear with leisure wear. It's all about comfort while still looking stylish. So leggings, your hoodies, and sneakers are a staple in athleisure combinations. And now we are coming to your accessories and your footwear. Accessories are like your jewelry, your hat, your shades, your belts, and these can definitely elevate any outfit. They add a personal touch and can make a simple outfit look flippin' amazing. So a statement piece like these beautiful earrings that Afriberry has on are examples of accessories that can take your outfit from bland to amazing in just a second. And then footwear, your choice of footwear can make or break your outfit. It's important to match the shoes with the overall style of the outfit. And as you can see, our beautiful Miss Berry Blaze has gotten the memo correct for your formal wear, because she decided to look formal and wear heels. So then that makes her perfect to walk into any business meeting and capture your attention. So of course now we have your seasonal clothing combinations. Spring. Of course, that is long gone because we are now going into winter. So spring outfits are usually light and colorful, such as tops like these and these. So this is something I would wear on a spring day where I'm just, looking to be, lightweight and not have any heavy clothing on me, hindering me and making me hot and bothered. So florals, and also you can think florals and pastels when we're talking spring. And then summer combinations are all about staying cool. So your shorts, your tank tops, and your sandals are common. And then for fall, it's all about the layering, and you can take some of your summer clothes and start to put them together in a way that is warmer and more comfortable, so that that chilly morning air doesn't get through to you and make you sick. And of course in winter it's all about your jackets and your coats, your turtlenecks, and your heavy clothing, your gloves and your boots when it comes to shoes and footwear. So in conclusion, understanding clothing combination is not just about fashion, right? It's about self-expression and confidence. By mastering the art of mixing and matching, you can create a wardrobe that is versatile, stylish, and uniquely yours. Whether you're dressing for a casual day out, a formal event, or anything in between, the right combination can make all the difference. That was all for the fashion blog. But anyways, from home, I want you guys to send us your hashtag outfit of the day. And tell us what you think of the inspo from Sino Forever that I showed you as we began this segment. And of course, give love and show some love on all our platforms for Miss Berry Blaze, because she looks definitely amazing. And thank you so much for being our model for the fashion blog today. But you know what? That is not all. We still have more for you on the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So stay tuned after the break.
All right, 10 minutes till we hit 10 o'clock. We've got 10 minutes, so we have to rush as quickly as we can. That was TC Wakamazibugo alongside the beautiful model Afri Berry, the Berry Blaze, man. I hope you know what to wear this weekend, man, because hey, some of us, we actually suck when it comes to combination. But I can share a jean with a pink t-shirt. Mara, that's not a good, that's a good combination. But for some of us, man, you know, trying to come up with an attire for a specific occasion, it's difficult, guys, unless they say this is the theme. And then yes, you know, you can come with what is required for a theme. But for an individual, you are preparing for a date. That is, you know, I wanted TC to take me through that, man. Or if a lady is actually coming up for a date, you know, if she is coming up on a date, what should I expect? What should I expect? You know, so it is something that we are looking at. So if a lady is coming in a date, what should I expect? Because some of the people, they come wearing the honoroko, and it's like, okay, she is free. You know, she just wants to be herself. You know, she is not as prepared as, you know, she can be. But now, the importance of clothes combination whenever you're going to place, because sometimes you are sending off a message with what you are wearing.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Look the way you feel sometimes.
Exactly.
But sometimes you gotta fake it until you make it, you know. But it's true. It's true. Sometimes you just gotta fake it until you make it, especially when it comes to job interviews. An outfit like Afri Berry's one that we saw today would be perfect for the office, corporate environments where you would be going into formal settings.
Yeah.
And don't forget that you can comment on our social media platforms with the hashtag outfit of the day, and you can inspire anybody who will be checking you out. And maybe we can also give you a shout out on next week's fashion blog. And to you know, when if your combo was the one that was communicating. But don't forget that if you want to, you can follow us on all social media platforms, and we will have a picture of the beautiful Miss Berry Blaze up on our socials with her outfit of the day, and details on what she wore today. So follow us for details on
Definitely, we can't wait for next week. But right now, we've got some of the interesting things. Musi, I think you have something, man. We're rushing time.
Brother. I do.
What's going on in our socials, man?
This is crazy, guys. Like, the world is ending. You know, several schools in the Eastern Cape are seeking support to obtain liquor licenses which would allow the sale of alcohol on school premises.
Imagine.
Jeez,
this is crazy.
We
this is
already
crazy, man.
have
Kent,
an
I don't know if you have it
problem.
there. I sent it. It should appear on the thing. I sent it to you. It's too crazy. It's too crazy. So the liquor board in the Eastern Cape has been granting liquor licenses to some high schools in the Eastern Cape. Here's the thing. Before we get to it, the liquor board in the Eastern Cape says that it says our foundation or our function, rather, our function is to regulate the registration of the retail sales and micro manufacturing of liquor in the province, taking into account community considerations. This is too crazy. This is too crazy. And, people have been sharing their thoughts across social media platforms, and different news platforms have also been covering this conversation about the granting of liquor licenses to high schools. So these high schools that are applying for liquor licenses are saying that this is aimed at fundraising. For schools, yes.
So who is going to consume that? Learners or parents for functions?
So
or what?
they are saying that parents are the ones who are going to be able to consume and buy and purchase the liquor, of course, and the alcohol whenever there are functions and things that are happening in the schools. So if there's a function for the school, for the learners, or for whatever in general, this license would grant the school to be able to sell alcohol, and the parents of the kids are the ones who are going to be consuming and buying this alcohol.
So not the learners then?
I mean, assumingly not the learners, but I don't know, it's crazy for me. So it says here, the Eastern Cape Department of Education has identified a disturbing trend of multiple public schools in the province seeking support to obtain liquor licenses, which would allow alcohol sales on school premises. The department says some schools have already secured licenses without proper authorization. To discuss this issue, Everest President spokesperson to Vooka spokesperson for the Eastern Cape Education Department. This is too crazy, man. This is
I just
crazy.
wonder what the schools act, because when we went to school, there are some of the things that were being sold. I remember there was this lady, she was selling other, like, those snacks were prohibited.
Yes.
And then obviously they had to bring the school act. This is how the school act goes, and nothing that is of extreme is allowed to be sold to the students.
Yes.
I mean, alcohol is the biggest problem in our society. And a lot of schools have actually protested and brought in petitions to say we don't want any tavern that is near
schools.
School.
Yes, Mo. Yes.
If you're bringing the tavern inside the school now, like what does this say, man? Because here they say, according to Mazdop, only education MEC fundile in line with legislation may consent to the
schools.
sale of
Yes.
liquor.
Yes.
Wow.
It's too crazy, man. It's too crazy. It says here, the Eastern Cape Education Department has issued a stern warning to school governing bodies and principals after it emerged that some have licenses permitting the sale of liquor on school premises. Acting head department Sharon Masdorp, like you just mentioned, Mo, has ordered that all schools holding permanent liquor licenses now to renew them, not to renew them or seek immediate cancellation, given that no concern was provided in terms of the South African Schools Act. So it's too crazy. It's too crazy. Moreover, should this not be adhered to, the Eastern Cape Liquor Board may consider the issuance of compliance notices, given that the material obligations and terms of the license have been breached, in that there is no proof or right to occupy, which is as a result of the fact that the SDBs or principals did not hold the authority to concern, she warned. So this, I mean, already some schools have the licenses. They have they applied for them and they've been granted by the liquor board in the Eastern Cape. So other schools are now applying for this. So it's too crazy. The question for me is, and it can be debated from both ends, right? The one end, the businesses that sell alcohol can say that, look, Rona rights are next wrong, right? We sell to the schools because the schools have been granted and been permitted to sell alcohol on their premises. They have the licenses, right? So as to what happens, who consumes the alcohol or who the school is going to sell the alcohol to is not up to us. That's the one stance that the businesses can say, right? But on the other hand, it's that who's going to consume the schools and who's going to regulate when there is a function in the school, the alcohol is going to be sold to adults only. To
Sometimes
adults
these
only.
things, they get out of hand.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? One news anchor was saying or one listener commented saying, "Look, man, imagine there's a football match happening on the school premises, and we, for the most part, it can be argued, Jorge, South African adults are not the most responsible drinkers and consumers of alcohol, right?
My point.
So think of a football match taking place and parents are there sitting. How
that field is going to look after that match also.
Imagine these are grade 8s and 9s. You understand? Like 13, 14, 15-year-olds playing soccer mole. Bagolo baba irresponsible. Baba irresponsible are consuming, and now fights are breaking out on school premises. Hey, pass the ball, man.
Yo, it's a no from me.
It's too crazy, man. It's too crazy. It's too crazy.
It's a no from me.
So to find such things out, man, how is the principal applying for it? And consenting to it, as the school, the chairperson of the SGB. These are things that they should find out. How are you permitting such things to happen in your schools, guys? Like what's happening in Montreal and the Department of Education in itself in J.
I mean, they want to start alcoholism from a young age.
Exactly.
That's literally basically giving that industry customers from a young age. That's you now breeding and grooming them to be comfortable with drinking alcohol
in school premises. This is saying
on the school premises. We already know that it's a problem outside of school. Because anybody who's gone to high school, I mean, we've all been young once in our lives. We still are young. And we know how, it can be when you're growing up and you're a teenager. You start experimenting with things and you start trying to discover, this world that you live in. And one of the things is partying and alcohol. And so many teenage pregnancies arise from that, and you want to then still have that as an example on the school premises. Of course, it's not for the learners, yes, but still, why are you having alcohol as a representation on school grounds where there's education that's supposed to be happening? I know it's just for extra mural activities when there's events and whatnot. King, are you gonna host a festival huge in school?
On top of that, TC Mo, my thing is fine. Okay, we look past it somehow in some universe, in some shape, form, or manner, right? Yeah. We look past it. The selling and buying of alcohol happens on school premises. There is a function, right? There is a function. For whatever reason, I keep getting function ba consume bojwala on school premises. Shelter ale that will be generated from the sale of alcohol. Yeah. Where is it going? And who's going to benefit from the sales of that alcohol? Like, where is it going? Where is it going to be generated towards? Is this going to be generated towards textbooks? Is this going to be generated to uniform? That are
underprivileged.
Exactly.
Do
you get what I'm trying to say?
Is it going to go back to the students who...
On top of that, for me personally, the thing is, knowing for us who've been to high school and how many functions in a school year happen to that extent that they permit parents to come and enjoy a full day where they can actually consume alcohol. Do you get what I'm trying to say? We know for the most part parents don't attend these functions. When they do come, it's like for an hour or two. When the match is done, it's done.
Go home.
Yes, do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but this should be prevented, man. Tell us what you think by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, man. And things are getting worse. I mean, well, it's in hopes to make sure that the children's education is being supported. We know Siviwe Khwarube, which is the Minister of Education, announced that some of the medical schemes funding will be halted for some time. We don't know if that is the issue, and that is why they're taking steps into allowing and selling alcohol in school premises. So it's something that we're still going to find out and come back with advanced and updated news on what is happening on this issue. Is the government taking initiate to make sure that this one, they actually, prevent it from going further? But tell us what you think, and it's something that we're going to be discussing again next week. But moving on, of course, we are about to end the show, and we still have 2 more left segments. but the second last is preparing you for your weekend movie night and days, of course.
Yes.
Musi, take it away, man.
Ah man, such a cool one. I got riled up for a second there because they really get to me, you know.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
you could tell the passion in your voice, man. Yeah, don't mess with futures, guys.
There's a
The
video
youth
that was
is the
trending
future.
not so long ago, Mo. These kids, small kids partying, baba bang back in a go bottle store, and this person, yeah, baraka bojwala, and little girls, bruh. And this man is asking, "Utai nina, nyapi nina, nyapi." Hi, this is a tiny store. Imagine. Like, anyway, you know what we do right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. This should have happened yesterday, but in missing it yesterday, we're bringing it to you today on a Friday. So this is just to get you prepared for what might perhaps be a night in on a Saturday night, right? Movies. I'm someone who loves movies, and I consume them like no one's business. Yesterday,
You asked what interesting thing can you do when you're indoors? This is how you can make your Saturday amazing. Watch a great movie.
Yes. So, Cats, I don't know. I wasn't able to, copy it, but hopefully you'll be able to do it for Coach Carter.
Love Coach
the
Carter.
overview there that I sent to you right now. Hopefully, Cats will be able to share it with you on the screen. So the first movie, like I just mentioned, we will be reviewing is Coach Carter.
Yeah.
Coach Carter is an amazing movie. This was a movie released in 2005. So it's a movie released in 2005. And let me see if I have something. Yes, Coach Carter released in 2005 and is a sports drama. And it lasts about 2 hours and 16 minutes.
Isn't this where there's that scene where they quote my favorite they quote my favorite quote? Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that
we are powerful beyond measure.
I
ask ourselves, who are we?
Man, that scene is powerful. It gets me so emotional because I just get goosebumps because Samuel L. Jackson just in that moment.
Too crazy.
Too crazy. I love Coach Carter.
So the first movie we're doing is Coach Carter, and it stars Samuel L. Jackson, Rico Gonzalez, Rob Brown. Rob Brown you might know from what's that movie with Antonio Banderas, that dance movie. I forget what it is, but he's
Desperado.
No.
That was Salma Hayek.
Dance movie, man. But yeah, Rob Brown, Antoine Tanner, Robert Ricard, and Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum, of course, we know from what's that? Step Up movies. Yeah, and many more, of course. That Channing Tatum has done. But he was for the first time when I watched Coach Carter, I was surprised to see that Channing Tatum was in a sports drama, and his character is Jason Lyle, and he's one of the seniors, 3 seniors in the team for the Richmond Oilers. So the school that Samuel L. Jackson is coaching or is hired to coach is his former high school, where he holds the records for the most things, the most passes, the most goals, the most in it. Kaz, I don't know if you can share it very quickly there.
Mr.
Coach
Carter.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
it
I
says,
just love.
it says here, a sports goods store owner accepts the job of a basketball coach for his old high school, where he was a champion athlete. Dismayed by the attitudes of his players, he sets out to change things. Too crazy, man. So he's hired, and his son plays and is in a school that is the opposite rivals of the of his former high school. Right, and so he's hired there at the school, and the team is doing terrible. They've lost I don't know how many games. They've drawn a few games, and they've won probably 1 or so. So when he gets there, he changes the things around. The community where the school is in is a gang ravaged community. High schoolers don't do so well.
Yes, it's one of those ghetto schools.
It's one of those. Not just the school, but the community in itself, right? So he gets there and he wants to change this. And part of his things that he wants to change is that he gives all the players a contract. And the contract says that it's between him, the coach, the players, the teachers and the parents of the players. It's too crazy.
Yeah, but don't give too much away. I mean, people need to watch.
Yeah, no. This is just an overview. This is just an overview. I get to review it. So he says that the kids need to obtain a certain level of marks, an average grade of a certain level, to be able to be eligible to play in the team of the school. And as also part of the contract, the players need to come to games wearing shirts and ties and jackets. It's too crazy. And when they can't reach their academic levels and the requirements that he's laid out in the contract, he closes the gym, he cancels all the games and stuff like that. So I promise you, it's a great watch. Go watch Coach Carter as he coaches the Richmond Oilers. Towards the end there, he says, "Rich what?" And they go, "Richmond, Rich what?" Richmond. It's too crazy, man. It's too crazy.
It's a
crazy.
beautiful movie. I
Great
can
movie.
attest to that.
Great
You
movie.
need to go watch that one if you're looking for just a throwback movie.
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
good throwback
Especially
movie.
biographies, man. There's nothing nice like telling someone's story as it is.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
So yeah,
Too
great,
crazy.
man.
And it's actually based on true.
Coach Carter.
Coach
yeah.
Carter. But
True
now I'm
life,
seeing that I don't know if Vele Vele is the brother or they're related, because the director is Thomas Carter. Who's Thomas Carter? Is it the brother?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
we're not
I don't
sure
know.
about that one.
Probably.
Maybe.
But
Maybe.
moving right along, we're still keeping it in the theme of basketball. So I told Mo moving forward that our movie reviews now are going to be themed.
Nice.
Our movie reviews now are
I have
going
one.
to be themed. So the second movie that I have is a recent one that was released in 2022. And the movie is called Hustle,
Oh, I don't know that one.
starring Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
The movie was released on the 3rd of June in the USA and is a sports comedy that lasts for an hour and 57 minutes. So it says here, after a down on his luck basketball scout discovers an extraordinary player abroad, he brings the phenom back without his team's approval. So who's this? Adam Sandler's character, Stanley Barron, is a scout for the 76ers, right in the States, that side, and he goes all over the world looking for the next, I would guess, LeBron James, for argument's sake, And in his travels, he comes across this player, Bo Cruz, Cruz Missile. He comes across this player who's playing street basketball, and he's just shocked by him, man, and
Talent.
his talents and his gifts, man. And Bo Cruz is a construction worker, who has a 6-year-old daughter or something like that, So he calls the owner and the person who runs the 76ers. He calls him up, look, man, I found this player. He's doing amazing stuff. Can I bring him out?
Yeah.
The owner says, let me see a video. I'm gonna send him a video. He's like, I'm not interested. I see what you mean, but I'm not interested. He's like, Bon, I promise you, you're gonna be amazed when you see this person live, bruh. You're not going to regret it
Sounds like
whatsoever.
something else.
And then he's like, no, I'm not interested. So Adam Sandler brings this player over on his own accord, books a hotel for him, and says, no, don't worry, I'm gonna get you into the 76ers, blah blah blah. So he actually does bring him over for like gaming and trial
run.
trial running at the 76ers stadium, and the scouts there and everyone who's involved is saying, nah, man, we're not interested, blah 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 blah. But Adam Sandler says, this guy's gonna do amazing. I'm gonna work towards making this guy a great player because he's talented. So, but the professor is another basketball player in USA now. With a content on basketball. He was one of the youngest white boys to play basketball back in the 2000s. Blah 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 blah. Wow. He has a cameo that side or in the movie as well. So it's too crazy. The wife of Adam Sandler is Queen Latifah. Too crazy. And so So that's also a great watch. Hustle was released in 2022 on the 3rd of June. Is a sports comedy, and I promise you, it is a great watch as well for you. So in the theme of basketball, Coach Carter, Hustle, those are great movies for you to check out.
Can I add one?
Okay.
I have one that is also basketball related, and it's a biography. It's a biographical movie. It's called Air. It stars Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Chris Tucker, Jason Bateman, Viola Davis. It's got it's got an amazing cast. So basically, it's the story of Air Jordan, how Air Jordan came to be. That is an amazing. I remember watching this movie and thinking to myself, geez, it's a 2023 American biographical sports drama film directed and acted in by Ben Affleck and written by Alex Convery. The film is based on true events about the origins of Air Jordan, a basketball shoe line of which a Nike employee seeks to strike a business deal with the rookie player Michael Jordan. Like, it just goes in how the one guy and notices him, spots him, Sonny. Yes, and he was the one that was like, man, this is the guy. How can let's just make a shoe that represents, that is the embodiment of one player, of how he strikes, how he seems to just glide in there. Man, watching it, I got goosebumps. I'm always a fan of inspirational true movies where, you know, they've taken a true event and put like an inspirational spin on it, and you just get to rewatch and get that thrill and get that the sense of what happened when those events were happening. And for me, I was like, yes, sis,
that's a movie for you.
That was that for me. I don't play basketball, I don't play any
You're not
sports.
A sports person.
I'm not a sports person, but watching that one, I was like, I want to watch basketball.
You want to watch? Definitely, man.
Man, so
if you're a movie lover, man, make sure that you put those movies on your top watch. Because interesting description we have got right here. Thanks to TC and Musi. We're going to be coming back with more of the movie reviews on what to watch. I know some of you want South Africa-based content. Don't worry, we've got you. We're going to cover every theme, of the movie reviews. But we are 16 minutes into 10 o'clock, and obviously we're about to say bye-bye. But before, you know that we always close it in style, man. It's Fridays and Friday game night, but right now it's a Friday morning.
Before we leave, Mona, and before we get our gig guide for this weekend, I was listening to you guys sharing the interesting stuff that have occurred in history on this day, the 14th of March. So, on the 14th of March in 1972, the 14th Grammy Awards took place. That's too crazy for me. On the 14th Grammy Awards took place. And amongst the winners was Carole King, Bill Withers, Carol Simon, Isaac Hayes, the Black Jesus as he is referred to, Muddy Waters, and Bill Evans. Crazy, man. I found that very interesting when I found that out. And then the other one I have here says, in 1931, the first theater built for rear view movie projection, the Translux, opens in New York City.
Wow.
So in 1931, on the 14th of March, the first ever movie theater with rear view projection, was opened in New York City on this day. Second last one I have, in 1942, for the first time in history, a dying patient's life was saved with penicillin.
My mom is allergic to penicillin.
Is she?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we know, of course, a lot of people are allergic to penicillin and can't take it. So, in 1942, the first dying patient in history, her life was saved with penicillin on the 14th of March in 1942. And then on this day, guys, March 14th recognizes the mathematical constant pi.
Oh, pi, the day of pi.
Also, the mathematical sign.
Pi.
That is pi, also known as pi. The first three and most recognized digits are 3.14. The day is celebrated by pi enthusiasts and by pie lovers as well. So pie enthusiasts is in PI.
PI and then the pie
lovers,
as in PIE.
Yeah, man. So like we mentioned, today we celebrate the birth of Albert Einstein, who was born in Germany. So on this day also the sign pi, or the mathematical constant that is pi, is celebrated on this day, man. So very interesting stuff that I found out there.
Yeah, interesting stuff. So what we're gonna do right now is to take a short break. As promised, we have a geek guide for you, and then after the geek guide, we conclude with our nice, beautiful game that we have. So let's get you prepped once again with your weather update.
Vooka Breakfast Show.
We're out here in the heart of Soweto, Top Santon. This is right next to Zondi Hills and just before you get to Broad Fisher Club. I'm out here, my name is Musi Nest. I'm out here with the one and only maximum temperature. I'm working my TC Shabanana Wakamazibugo, and of course our station manager, the one and only Manele Lyric. And we're traveling out here, man. This is what we do on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yeah, you gotta get it fresh.
We are fresh and nice. Now it's time to take the information to the people.
Of course, like Mo just mentioned, do stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe, share your thoughts and your opinions and everything else in between. We're going to be coming to a street to do live near you, wanting to know what your thoughts are out there on the street.
Of course, we've got TCO Wamazibugo with the traffic update. Right now, we are going to N1 southbound to make sure that whatever that you guys get, it is real-time information.
Yes, sir.
So, looking at Mukhorosi, we have robots that are not working right here, but the traffic is moving. We're going to look at when is your rush hour time, when people are from the work, from school,
yes,
right?
Sir. Yes,
gonna give you your daily update. So do make sure that you stay with us. Mobile Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yes, sir.
All right. Welcome back. You're still watching the Vooka Breakfast Show. To those who have tuned in till here, thank you so much, guys. You know that we always bring you epic morning shows of your start of your day. It does not only end here. Next week also, we are going to come back with more. But in the meantime, what you can do, you can spread the word out with Vooka Breakfast Show. My name is Moketi Maimane. I was with my team right here. But now, what we are doing is preparing you for your geek guide. Obviously, we know on Fridays we are preparing for the weekend, and now weekend, where are we going? And of course, some of the social places, they open on Friday. So even today, there are other places that you can go to and have fun with your families, your friends, your partner. So with a geek guide, we are actually determined to bringing you information that you need so that you can become, that social person, outside of people. Share experience, share moments and memories that you can cherish with your loved ones. But before I go to my gig guide, let me just take you through my recap for the day of what we have been doing. So we started with your news headline. If you missed your news headline, you can go and press that rewind button. Use that rewind button on your phone or on your PC to go look for the news that we had for you. We had your sports headlines and your topical segment where we're speaking about the budget speech that took place on Wednesday. And of course, the Friday mode, we had some ice-breaking questions that were asked. Some of the questions included, why did your parents give you the name that they gave you right now, Bonginkosi? Right? And then also on Today in History, there's some interesting facts that we discussed, and word of the day is vigor, right? It's all about setting the conditions and the place that you are with, feelings that have to do with a lot of positivity. And then we went on to your social trends. And there are a lot of things that are trending. For me, my most trend was the UEFA Champions League encounter, Real Madrid against Atletico Madrid. And we had your sports blog, your fashion blog. But now, what we're going to do is to head over to Afriberry to give you your geek guide on where to go this week.
Hey, welcome everybody. I hope you had a fantastic morning with us, and I hope we also gave you the ones and twos and everything nice on this beautiful and amazing Friday. So right now we have the gig guide for you from Friday, and today we're featuring D48. So this Friday they'll be having Sanerbo, they'll be having Saner in Midrand for today, and tomorrow they'll also be featuring Petapotic, Lihleza and Lolo, Supta and Hectic and Yeah, it's going to be a very jam-packed weekend. Not forgetting that on Sunday they'll be having a Menier and Enigma and many more that are still yet to come. So if you're all about having a jaw with your friends, you can head over to Midrand over at D48 and have the fun of your life. But don't forget to also stay safe on the road. And we also have another poster from D48 on the 27th of March. If you're into having a nice and amazing laughter, you can head over on Thursday, the 27th of March to D48. Well, we'll be having the likes of Ntate Mudiri and Celeste Ntuli. Party Road to Roast and Toast comedy show. So it's all about having fun and putting in that laughter just before you go out and have fun with your friends over the weekend. Don't forget to stay safe out there, drink safely, and have a life. Safun Gugbona for next week.
Definitely. Thank you, Afriberry, for that. So what I'm going to do right now is to, sum it up with the game that we have. I want to call TC back to the table so that we can have and finish with our game that we have. So the game that we are going to have is called Category. Category, you are asking yourself right now, what is category mode? But what I'm going to do is to explain and give you the instructions of the game that we're going to play. And I want you guys, whoever is watching, to participate with me while right there at home. So I'm going to have my phone here that has random letters, right? And then from those letters, when I stop in the letter that I stop at, you guys here, my contestants, TC and Musi, they're going to give me a name that belongs to the category of that letter you have chosen. For examples, ne? We have animals. Okay, can I just do this quickly? We have animals, we have countries, food, and movies. Immediately I give you a letter. You have 10 seconds to give me an animal that starts with that letter.
Okay.
A country that starts with that letter.
Okay.
You said animals, countries, and what?
Animals,
Animal,
countries,
country,
food, and movies.
food.
As quick as you can. So right now at home, if you are watching,
Okay, so-
you're going to see that I have my device here that has what I call a random letter selection. I press it, it gives the letters, then I stop. Where the letter stops, I'm going to choose one person to start and give me the names of those letters, right?
Okay.
Are you guys ready?
Awesome.
Wait. You can't just be saying.
I'm ready.
We need to
can't
understand
just
the rules.
play.
Yeah,
I'm
we need to understand
ready.
the rules, man. So, how does this happen? Are we each getting a chance to?
Yeah, you are
name
each
the
getting a chance. So
the 4 things
you have 3
according
rounds.
to the letter.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have 3 rounds.
Okay.
So I'm gonna come 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Right? So starting with you, TC.
What
ne?
are we winning?
You guys.
We need to win something. Can't be playing for nothing.
You are winning information to a gig guy.
Never.
Free information.
Never.
We're going to give you and contact the
100
manager
rand.
of the gig.
Give it 100 rand.
But
Okay, let's go.
soon we're going to introduce the prices.
Let's
guys.
go.
Do not worry. Okay.
Awesome.
So we're going to start with TC.
Okay.
So TC, we have animals, countries, foods, and movies. Right now, I'm going to start my app. This video that has random letters.
Yes, let's see.
I'm going
Stop.
to show it on the cam, and then I'm going to press once. Once it stops, that letter, you're going to use it to give me those categories that we have mentioned.
Okay.
So in 3, 2, 1,
A zebra.
10, 9,
You.
7, 6,
Zootopia. Zootopia is a movie.
4,
Food.
3, 2, 1. Time is up. Time is up. On the first one, TC only got 2.
Yeah, I only got an animal in a movie.
You only got 2. I thought you said Zootopia on countries.
No, it's
Yes,
Zootopia is a movie.
Let's start. I'll make it.
Hey, first round, the TC got 2. Now, going to Musi. In 3, 2. Can you see this, right?
Yes.
1. I'm starting it, and then I am stopping.
Zeta
That's
happen.
also,
Zeta happen.
We can't repeat the same
okay,
thing.
I mean, Q.
There you go.
Country, Qatar.
10, 9,
Food.
8, 7, 6,
Animal. A
5,
koala bear.
Nuh-uh.
4,
Yes.
It's spelled with a
3,
K, not a Q.
2,
Sorry.
1.
I thought I had a tough one. Hey, Q, Baba.
Koala.
Quinoa. Quinoa starts with Q. That's food. Quinoa. Yeah.
All right, let's move to round 2. 2 rounds left. TC
I
won
won.
the first round. So TC, in 3, 2,
Sherbet.
1,
E.
10, 9,
Elephant.
8, 7, 6,
Equatorial Guinea.
5, 4,
Egg.
3, 2, 1.
Eve.
That was wonderful. TC got
TC.
all 4.
Nice one.
Woo! Very, very nice. You are on a serious streak. Yeah? Yeah?
It's a Friday. I'm
Simon.
awake, man.
You. Wait. All right, Musi.
Yes,
in
sir.
3, 2, 1. There's your letter.
H.
10,
Home Alone
9.
is the movie.
Yay.
8,
The animal is a
7,
horse. The
6,
country is
5,
Honolulu.
3.
It's not a country. Hawaii. Hawaii. Yes.
Time is up.
Yes. So country is Hawaii.
Okay.
Animal is horse. The movie is Home Alone. I didn't get the food.
You only got 3. There we go.
Why am I getting a pop?
Because you couldn't got all the 4.
Okay.
Last round. TC in 3, 2,
Playing.
1. There's your
Yo.
letter.
A
10,
bear.
9, 8, 7,
Yo.
6, 5,
I just went
4,
blank.
3.
Oh my
2,
God. Bulgaria is the
1.
country.
Time is up. TC got 2.
I went blank there for a
So what
minute.
did you say on animals?
I said a bear.
A bear, country,
Bulgaria.
food,
Nothing.
Nothing and movie nothing.
nothing but banana.
I could have just
You-
said a
you.
banana. A banana.
And then Musi,
Yes, sir.
last round.
Yes, sir.
In 3,
Somebody let Moosey win something,
2,
please.
1. There's your letter.
V.
9, 8,
A
7,
movie,
6,
food,
5,
country.
4,
I
3.
drew a blank.
2.
Difficult one.
Venice. You could have said Venice.
Musi got
Yeah.
0.
Yo.
Total
Vienna's
score
for
4 there.
Venice and Vienna's.
Oh
No,
my
Venice is not a country.
goodness.
It's not a country.
8-4. Congratulations to TC. Very interesting, man. Very interesting. That game, it kind of tests some of the general knowledge that
yeah,
we
definitely.
have. Yeah, man.
Definitely.
Thank you for participating, guys. It's one of the games that we used to play, man. But Ronaldo used, to play
Yeah.
like this. Like, hey,
Oh,
But
yeah.
then you go blank.
Yeah.
Like I went
Yeah.
blank right now,
Same,
to be
got V,
honest. I
like-
mean, it's just like yo.
I
What
mean, we could
animal
have said
starts
the
with V?
movie because movie's black.
What
a movie
movie?
called
What
Black.
movie starts with V?
Movie.
What
Black
animal
Adam.
starts
I should
with
have said Black Adam
Movie that starts with V.
V.
as a movie.
V for Vendetta?
Vendetta.
Yeah, literally. There's a movie V for Vendetta.
And
Oh
an
my
animal
goodness.
that starts with V?
There
aren't too many.
Giraffe.
I never.
It's a lie. There's no such virafu.
A food that starts with V?
A food.
Vienna.
No, but Vienna's is a brand. Vienna's is actually a brand. We intending. What's the word that I'm looking for? We appropriated it, Runa, as Black South Africans. But it's actually a Vienna. They are sausages. Vienna's are a form of sausages, so it's not necessarily
Food is Voros.
I never.
That's
Vorosoki Voros.
Vorosoki. I think you would
There's a
have
pure
cheated.
vors.
Yeah.
There's no voros. So as a pure vors. There's no voros in it. But yeah, man, that's hopefully we'll play it again sometime next week.
Yeah.
And it would be great to play it with one of our guests actually.
Yeah,
Next
yeah.
week. So ngwana ko gae, same time, same place next week, Monday morning, as we start the third week of March and the second official week of the Lenten service. Can't wait to see you this coming Monday, same time, same place, right here on Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network. You know that we always take such good care of you, where we bring you the energetic start to your day. You know, you'll always be hanging out with me, the one and only MOOCEE Mister. My name is Musi Mister, and I'm actually TC. I'm actually an international musician.
Okay.
You know, all the way from Dobsanton, and this
Okay.
is right next to Zondi Hills, and just before you get to Brumfisher Kloof. Same time next week. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and stay as warm as you can. We'll see you next week, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
man.
Some last comments right there on YouTube. We have Hector Takalana, TC taking it. And we have another one from Hector. Arimusi doesn't sunglasses. He's not fired up.
No, man, I do. There's no way. Come on, my dude. There's no way. There's no way.
He didn't have his Tony Stark on, man. He didn't have his Tony Stark
I couldn't get through the, had I
Yeah.
had my glasses, man.
Yeah.
And they always correlate with the colors, man. They correlate. So next week I'm coming
Yes.
for TC.
Yeah.
And anyone who will be playing against me.
Yeah.
Yes,
Definitely.
ma'am.
Weekdays from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on Vooka Breakfast Show. My name is Moiketsi Moketi Maimane. Now we signing out.
Sayonara.
Hey family.
Hi.
My name is Tisiga Mazbugo Shabalala.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
My name is Musi Mist.
My name is Ketua Ketumgunu.
On the Vooka
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various aspects from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blink-On Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.